One. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to Coast to Coast. I'm here, of course, as usual, with my lovely co-hosts Vitor Barufi. Give him a
Unfortunately.
wave,
Yes, sir.
and Jacob McKay. Give him a wave. Hello, everyone. It's a
Hello.
lovely, lovely evening. Yeah. What's been going on, guys?
Not much, not much. I saw another movie. It was pretty solid. I would give it a 7 out of 10, or 6.5 out of 10, honestly. I think you
That
saw
boy
it too,
switched up.
right?
Say it again.
Did you see Novocaine? Did you see
Nope,
Novocaine?
have not yet.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
for those who haven't seen it, I recommend go see it. It hasn't even come out yet. That's the benefit of Screen Unseen.
Yes, sir. Of course, of course. You get it before everyone else, but that's good. That means if you heard it here, you heard it here first, right? Uh,
True.
you get the early recommendations. Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it. It's one that
Yeah.
it looks like it could be a fun, silly little action comedy. So, uh, definitely on my radar.
Yeah. Like I said, it was surprisingly good. I expected it to be fun bad. It was just fun.
Nice. All right.
Mhm.
Barufi, what's going on with you, huh?
Absolutely nothing. I have nothing exciting to bring to this pod. And I think the average listener of this pod is probably sick of me. So,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have absolutely nothing to say. I mean, I've been doing more studying on the prospects for the draft,
Yeah,
that's
and I
good.
think,
as have I.
I think, I think I know a pretty decent amount within the first two rounds.
Hmm.
Beyond that, not so much for the time being, but
Well, why
no,
don't
we're getting
you,
there.
to put you on the
Why don't
spot
I?
at the start of the show, give us your top five prospects in the draft that no one's talking about? Go.
That no one is talking about.
Yes, that's what he said.
That no one is talking about. You see, you caught me off guard because I just said how I'm still learning about the day one and day two guys. Not even day two, mostly the second round guys. So
All
those
right.
are
So
guys that
then,
that are being talked about.
guys that
But
aren't being talked about enough, like maybe
Guys that
mid
your
day
mom
two.
hasn't talked about.
Yeah, like day two
I
guys
definitely think
that you
I
think
definitely
could go
don't
day
think
one.
Schwarzenegger is not being talked about enough. I think he's one of the most all around linebackers in the draft that could go day one that people are not talking about enough. So that's probably my first pick for that answer of yours. Um, we talked about it in the mock that we just did. Dart could go late in the first round. Um,
Mm,
it'll be fun, right? Because everyone is so locked down on Shadori and Cam Ward going top five, and like, oh, no one else is going quarterback. Oh, wait, we don't know that, right?
No.
We don't know that. We talked about we in the mock we had the Raiders trading up into the first round with the Chiefs
hmm
and getting Dart. It's a little bit too desperate for me, but maybe it's something that could happen. We talked about no, I mean we talked about two RBs going early in the first round. I don't think it's gonna happen much more beyond that. I have Matthew Golden as my wide receiver one, so maybe he should be talked about more. Um, right now it seems like it's either Burden or Mac, right?
hmm
So definitely Matthew Golden should be higher, but the combine obviously got a lot of eyes on him. Other than
Right.
that, I'm super high on Mambo, but Mambo obviously has a lot of eyes on him right now. Zabel, I think, is really good. I love Tyler Booker. People don't like to draft guards early in the first round, but a guy like Tyler Booker who's so good at pass blocking, you can just put him on an island with a guy. He's gonna block that guy. Um,
Is he
I
a
really
better
like
prospect
Booker.
than Quentin Nelson?
I don't think so. I don't think he's a better prospect than Quentin Nelson. But you gotta also, I think, to benefit Booker's argument, the guard value went down since
Mm,
Nelson was drafted.
that's
Guard
fair.
used to be highly looked for, but I still love
Right.
Booker. I still think Booker is a top 15 raw prospect in the draft. I'm really really high
Yeah,
on him.
he's raw.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But you're right about the I mean, in just the 6 or 7 years since Quentin Nelson's class, because he went sixth overall in that draft.
He went 6 overall.
that
He went super
that
high
is really high for a guard, especially
for a guard.
nowadays.
Super high. Yeah.
Yeah,
As much as I love Tyler Booker, I don't see him being drafted top 10 this year. Absolutely not.
yeah. And again,
No.
one thing that I did say when we were talking about the mock draft as well is sometimes guards are taken that early, right? But it's tackles, people who played tackle
Tackles,
at
yeah.
college who have a lot of upside at guard, like a Peter Skorupski
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and what could
Yeah.
be a Will Campbell this year, right?
So Will Campbell is the definition of that this year.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So I guess in a way guards are still taken early, but again, it's just about how you played in college. I think a lot of people, what they prefer maybe is the quickness that a tackle does bring, even if a tackle in college does like the size like Will Campbell or the arm length, right? He has the speed, so you can move him to guard and do some really fun stuff in pass
And the
pro
width
and
as
in
well,
run
right?
blocking. Yeah, 100%. Lateral quickness, things of that nature. So, all right, cool.
Right.
I don't have a top 5 underrated people really because I'm an idiot and I'm really I'm really behind. So I'm really behind. And part of it is that it's so hard to get film right now. It's so hard. So what I'm stuck doing is
right?
watching highlights, which is annoying because they're highlights. They're no low lights to be seen.
Yeah.
Or I'll watch someone else's film breakdown, and what that means is that I have to watch it backward. I have to watch it twice. The first time without their own commentary, so I can make my own
it's
opinion.
also not the same, right?
It's not the same at all because you don't get to pick the plays that you want and have the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just gonna add to the list, and I just use the PFF board as a reference point. A guy that I've been talking about a lot, maybe not so much in the pod, but is Michael Williams. Maybe, I mean, I have him matched 2 so far, so maybe I think he should be looked at more, because when you think about edges of this class, people instantly think of obviously Carter, James Spears, right? Scorden, a lot of people are high on.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart's been getting a lot of buzz now. So,
yeah.
Don't forget Williams.
Yeah, you're a physical freak like Shamar Stewart. Again, like I said before the show,
Absolutely.
He's either going to get taken really high, maybe higher than people are expecting, because of the physical tools, or he's going to get taken lower despite the physical tools because of the production issues in college.
And I mean, look at a guy like no. You also you have to watch how he plays. He just sets the edge, and he might have done that better than anyone in this whole class. I mean, him stopping and run, absolutely phenomenal stopping and run.
Yeah.
I think he plug and play just because of that in this league. And you look at a guy like Trayvon Walker, who was very similar to Shamar Stewart, and he was taking 1 with the Jaguars, and he's been paying off. Walker has been really, really good.
Yeah, I think he finally broke out last year for sure. That's part of the reason why, though, Shamar Stewart is being mocked to the Niners a lot, I've noticed. Because not only the physical traits, and that's like something that Robert Saleh is going to want on his defensive line, but Stewart is a guy who allows his teammates to feast, and that's kind of what Nick Bosa does as well. He attracts so much attention to whatever side he's rushing from that there's a whole other side that has the opportunity to get good sacks, good pressures, tackles for loss. And Bosa's obviously a fantastic run defender too. And San Francisco desperately needs more good run defenders on their defense.
It feels like he plays with his friends on the line.
Yeah.
He needs help, not friends.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is what I'm worried about with Joey Bosa. We'll see how that works.
That's brother, not friends.
That it might be worse.
Yeah, I don't like Joey. I never was high on Joey Bosa. I don't know. Very, very much inferior to Nick in his play.
Well, Nick is also.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough to compare anyone to Nick.
Freak, I guess.
Even the guys that are playing right now, like a Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt, because Nick Bosa really, like, if you really parse it out, I think he's the most technically sound out of every pass rusher. That doesn't mean he wins the most or comes away with the most production, but
Right.
technical soundness, like get off at the line of scrimmage. I think Nick Bosa sometimes is caught offside because he's getting so early, because one of his great feats of his game is that he's able to get off so quickly, and he's so fast to attacking the offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, a guy like Shamar Stewart could be really good next time, right?
Yeah. Well,
Could be.
yeah. Jacob, do
Is
you
that what
have
you want,
a?
Anthony?
I would not be mad at that pick, for for sure. Would not be mad. Do
Mm-hmm.
you have
Do I have a what?
a top five like underrated players that you really like that could go round one?
I'm big on Nick Scourton. I think he's a top
I
15
just talked
player in this
about him. Yeah.
class.
He's really good.
Right. Um, I also am very high on the running backs that are not in the first round, but in the second and third round. I think if you take any of pretty much the top 8, you're going to be getting a guy who's like an NFL starter worthy. It just depends on the situation, who's going to get the production. Um, as far as receivers go, I'm really, really, really high on Jalen Royals. I have him as a top 5 receiver in this class, and I think that he can have elite production in the NFL, have a much better career there than he did in college. Same thing with Isaiah Bond. He's my receiver 2 in this class. And I think that he's a little bit slept on because he had a quiet second half last year, but he was battling a little bit of injuries. He had some ankle issues, hamstrings, like just like minor nagging injuries, not ones that are like too big cause for concern, but were just like hindering his play on the field. It's also easily to get like lost on the field whenever you also have like Matthew Bolden, Gunnar Helm on the team. Like it's not like Texas was short of talent, so there's obviously going to be a division of production there, and I think that he's going to have a really good NFL career as well. Um, as far as like O line goes, I'm really high on Kelvin Banks too. Um, really weird that I'm high on so many Texas players as an Oklahoma fan, but I think Kelvin Banks is the best tackle in this class, and he's not in that conversation with enough people. But I think if he didn't have that injury in the playoffs, and if he had like a stronger, like had actually performed at the combine and had a strong performance, I think that he would be seen as tackle 1.
Okay, interesting. I like Banks, but I think I'd like him more as a guard as well, honestly. So I'm still confused on where to properly grade him. Maybe that
Mm-hmm.
warrants a little bit more film watching from me, or I don't know. I'll make a decision by April, right? So, yeah.
Right.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about for small talk?
Well, Panthers made a trade this week.
Yeah, you've
NHL
been
deadline.
talking about it a lot on Twitter.
I've been talking about a lot of things on Twitter. I've been all over the place on
He's been
Twitter.
very active
I
recently,
know.
for sure.
Yes.
Um, I mean, I actually I finally have people who actually respond to my variety of tweets. So I'm no longer
True.
talking to myself. So it's great. It's mostly just metal stuff and I mean like hockey or football. But
Right. Been a lot of
yeah,
hockey lately.
yeah, it was just so fun, bro. Um, yeah, Panthers acquired Seth Jones from Chicago Blackhawks, and they traded Spencer Knight. I was always such a huge Spencer Knight fan, and they're loving him in Chicago, so good for him. Um, Bill Zito is known for risky trades. I mean, look at his trade back for Matthew Tkachuk. At the time, everyone thought Panthers lost that trade. Um, when we did trade Huberdeau and picks, a young guy that was, showing flashes to be one of the greats in the league. For a guy that was already near his prime, or Tkachuk wasn't obviously as young as Huberdeau back in the trade. Tkachuk is obviously still pretty young.
Hmm.
Um,
Right.
and now they traded for an experienced guy, and they needed help in the blue line. Um, and as much as it pains me to say this, Knight wasn't really going to play in the playoffs, and Bielzito clearly just wants to win back-to-back Stanley Cups. This move is pretty indicative of that, and we just traded for Vimantsev, so Panthers clearly very active. We just replaced Knight. We brought in Seth Jones, so I'm not really sure how we're looking at goalie of the future, but Bill Zito's clearly not thinking about that right now. He just wants to win another cup. So, I
Right.
fuck them picks, I guess. Right? That's how the Rams did it.
Yeah,
Bro, is that
yeah,
Cameron
fuck them
Sullivan?
picks. Yeah. uh, hey, if it results in championships like that is the
I
ultimate
do
thing.
not care.
That's why you do it,
I
right?
do not care.
Um,
And even if it doesn't, I just want to see my
Even if it
GM.
doesn't, fuck them picks.
And also that, but I want to see my GM do moves, like especially now that Matthew Tkachuk was added to the LTIR or LDIR list and open up a bunch of cap space. Go fucking use it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
especially like a team like the
Right.
Colts. It must be really fucking hard to be a Colts fan. I mean, coming from a Dolphins fan.
yeah.
Funny, right? Always so much cap and they never fucking use it. Right?
I'm definitely with you.
It is pretty bad.
It's annoying to watch an owner or whatever sit on their hands basically the whole time and never pull the trigger. That's how I felt about the Giants with Farhan Zaidi uh, over the last like
Well,
6 years. And now,
I have another comment.
yeah, go ahead. No, please.
Nah. Sandy Alcantara. Oh my god, bro.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a
Oh
Royal.
my god, bro. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean you have him in on inning count to not hurt his draft value? Okay, first off, bro. Oh my god. This
Draft
guy is
value?
a no. Yes. Yes. The report that came out is they're limiting his innings to not risk getting him hurt for his trade value.
Yeah. Such is life.
Tough one.
Trade him tomorrow. Trade him tomorrow. What the fuck? What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? Just trade him tomorrow.
That's a fair point, but you also like I guess part of it is that you want to also allow him to like have a nice comeback season or whatever to drive up his stock, at the trade deadline. Whereas he's just coming off a major injury, so his stock is at an all-time low
I
for him.
understand. I understand, especially because he just missed out the season. But 2 points. One, the league knows who Sandy Alcantara is. He
Do they?
just
That's
now.
how
Okay.
they know who he was, but after an injury like that, and again, just he's not old, but with passing time for a pitcher, that it could be over. It could be over. So
But
yeah, you never really
even
know.
on that point, I would bet you there's already offers for Sandy on Peter Benedict's text.
There may
At
be.
least he got called for it. And
Good for him.
regardless, the most important point is, it is so insulting to the fans to tell them, yeah, he's playing, but just so that we have a higher value to trade him. It is obscene.
I get that.
To me,
yeah.
if it's not tanking in the flesh, I don't know what the fuck that is. Seriously. It's insulting. I mean, this whole season for the Marlins, as a fan, I thought being a Dolphins fan was hard, and then I started being a Marlins fan. Holy shit.
You
My
should have been a
God.
Marlins fan 20 years ago.
I should have been born 20 years ago. Well, I was, but
that was something. Oh,
whoa.
You've been born 20 years ago. True. Wait, I was.
Yeah, but I was like what? Like, I didn't know anything. I wasn't locked in.
You're 4 years old.
I wasn't
a wee
aware.
lad.
I wasn't locked
aware.
in. I wasn't locked in at 4. I didn't know the
wasn't
White Sox
conscious.
were winning that World Series. But yeah, baseball season is very close now. I think maybe in the week before the season starts, maybe we can do our a little prediction show or something, and maybe some like 5 things to look out for or whatever. I think that could be a fun segment.
I'll tell you what I'm looking out for, and I'm on the same bandwidth with ESPN here. Okay, I was reading an article by ESPN, and you know what was their prediction for the Marlins this year?
50
Who?
wins.
They said if they somehow have less than 100 losses, it's a miracle.
If they somehow have
pretty
less
bad,
than
dude.
100 losses, it's a miracle. That is awesome.
Oh my god, bro.
Dude, that's such a good insult.
Yeah.
Dude.
You know what you should do? You know what the Marlins should do? You just witnessed a record last year get broken by the Chicago White Sox.
He should
And
try and
you
break it again.
have the opportunity to break that record.
No.
Oh,
Oh, it's rough.
that would be
It's
something.
rough.
It'd be
So
so
now
fun.
here's my question to you guys, right? From
Okay.
a GM standpoint, I understand Peter Bendix's approach. You know, he wants to build a franchise from the ground up to how he wants it. Completely understand that, right? But and obviously the owner's in the same page. I would hope so. I don't know what that organization. I don't know, but I would
I
hope so.
don't know, but I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it, right? I mean, with the moves he's making. But my question is, if you're the owner, right, and you give a card to your GM and you tell him do whatever the fuck you want, right? Build the team from the ground up. How much time do you give him to show actual results? Because I'm sitting here thinking that guy is gonna be scratching his balls for 3 years, and like, oh, listen, bro, my team is ass. I'm still building it. What is the owner gonna say? Oh, okay, yeah, you are.
He's gonna be like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point. He's supposed to be
But
building it.
isn't that a life hack for GMs to get paid for like a long ass time?
To actually win baseball games? I've never heard of it,
No.
actually. That's a novel concept.
Financially, isn't that a life hack? Yeah, bro. I mean, of course you got to pay me. Look, you gave me the card, right? Like, you know,
I mean, the
you
rebuild's
know,
still going, man. I don't know
how
what
you
you
gonna
want from
blame
me.
me? How I'm gonna blame you? Like, I'm rebuilding the team, right? Like, there
Yeah.
has to be a limit, right? There has to be a cutoff. Like, in 3 years, you're gonna have to start winning some games. You're gonna have to show me a roster in 3 years. You know,
Yeah, depending on the
I don't know.
sport, baseball definitely has like a longer process there,
Longer.
just based on how prospects, their trajectory. Although they're entering the majors a lot quicker than they used to, even 5 years ago, compared to now. So maybe that's changed, but for baseball, I would say like 3 or 4 years. In the NFL, I mean, we've seen it, time and time again, where if you do a bad enough job after 1 year, you're shit canned. So 1 to 2 years for NFL, I think is reasonable
Yeah,
enough, I guess.
NFL. I know my process doesn't count. I'm thinking for baseball because I know baseball takes longer. So I'm sitting here thinking like,
I
how
would
long
say
does this guy have to show some results? Yeah.
maximum 4 years.
Okay.
There's a new president. You gotta have results or you're gone.
So to summarize, because I'm a Marlins fan, right? In
Because
four
I'm a
years,
Marlins fan.
in 4 years, I should expect Peter Bendix to be fired, and we enter another rebuild. Just to be clear, just to be certain
Hate
here.
that, yes.
I would call that one even sooner. I think that's 2 years max.
So in 2 years, Peter Bendix is fired, and we enter another rebuild.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's not a
Xavier Edwards is the
rebuild
guy.
at that point. It's not. There's nothing to rebuild at that point. It is just a
Just
build.
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 Just build.
Bill,
You need to call Bob.
You see, this is when, and I know it doesn't work because we don't have enough. Maybe it's a matter of having enough professional athletes, or obviously not enough organizations. But this is where we need a second league to relegate teams to. Because what the fuck do you mean you're trading your 6 best players in one off season, bro? What the fuck do
No,
you
I'm
mean,
not
bro?
okay with that because in 3 years from now, all 4 Dodgers affiliates would be in the majors.
Yeah. Oh my god. That I hate that ball club so much. God, how do you feel
What
that
if they trade for
talent?
Cindy? What if they get Cindy?
You know what? If they trade for Stanton, I'm not going to say that on the show. Never mind. I'm not going to say that on the show. But how?
Bro, someone's getting unalived and it's him.
But honestly, answer this. How can you feel that much talent at any given time by spending $1 billion and still have a top 3 farm system? It's not fair.
That's the thing. They're
It's
not
not
spending.
fair.
They're not spending $1 billion. That's the thing. They're not spending it now, right?
I know they're
It's not
paying for Otani's
okay.
contract 20 years down the road. It's going to be the new
one of the
Bobby Bonilla day.
One of the funniest tweets of all time I've seen was they were rebuilding the Dodger Stadium, And the guy said, "Wait until these construction workers find out they're being paid in 20 years."
That's a
In
good
fact,
one.
it's not. They're not building it in Los Angeles for that. They're building it in Qatar or the United Arab Emirates. Their new stadium.
Oh,
They'll be the
that was
first.
that. Okay,
They'll be the first abroad baseball team.
they're doing that shit. Oh my god.
So you guys know about the UAE baseball league though, right? A couple
UAE.
years ago, yeah, the United
Yes.
Arab Emirates. A couple years ago they had their draft for their for all 8 teams or whatever, and they were drafting former MLB players, of course. And um, some of the guys that were being taken were really funny. Like I would have never guessed Pablo Sandoval would be playing in the United Arab Emirates baseball
Dude,
league.
Big Sexy.
Yes, yeah,
Wasn't Big
Bartolo
Sexy a
Colon.
top pick?
I think so. Yeah, I think he was selected. that was I don't is that league even still going? Like I've never heard any news about it since that first
I
like
haven't
month.
either.
I don't know.
Mm,
Is
Yeah.
the
No, I
UA
have no idea, to be honest with you.
is the Dubai baseball league still going?
The Saudis, bro.
Oh, is it Saudi Arabian?
No,
Well,
I'm
we'll
just
see.
saying the Saudis fund it.
Oh, Baseball United. Okay, no, that's not it. Oh yeah, so Bartolo Colon was picked number 16, round 2.
Oh, what a unit, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, you don't know about Big Sexy?
big sexy.
What a unit.
Dude, no, you gotta look up Big Sexy highlights, bro.
Give it to me, Anthony.
I'm
Dude,
just
this
gonna
guy
show you
used to
this.
literally this guy used to wear an oversized helmet because kids would like it when he would swing and the helmet would fall off.
Okay, hold on. Gotta click
Bro,
away from all this.
if that guy even as much sniffs the ball, it's gone, bro.
No, he was a horrible hitter.
Yeah, but he did this in 2016.
They went into the back and like acted like it didn't happen.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, because they're
That
not
might have
there
been
with
someone
him
else.
either.
I guess they weren't out there. You're right. You're probably right then, Jacob. But yeah, that
What a
really
unit.
really epic moment in recent baseball history. That moment's almost 10 years old now. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah. But anyway, funny league, funny everything. They had in that league, they had a golden baseball rule where you chose when
Runs
it
counted
was
as double.
yeah, you chose when it was thrown to you, and you got like 2 per game or whatever. And if you hit a home run, like the runs would be doubled. So if you hit a 3-run home run, you'd get 6 runs instead of 3. It was a
That's so
big time.
goofy. That is
Uh,
so goofy.
yeah,
It was like a point of strategy or something
Guys,
yeah.
Alex Ovechkin is officially 10 goals away.
from history.
10 goals away.
That's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna do it this season, bro.
Indeed.
That's crazy.
Yeah, probably, barring injury.
Bro, that's
No,
that's how I felt when
yeah, when you felt
Dude, what the fuck do you...
when what?
that's how I felt when Drew Brees was passing up Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just one last comment I'll make with the Marlins. Last comment I'll make
Sure.
with the Marlins. If they trade Yuri Perez, you guys are gonna see me in Lone Depot Park. If they trade Yuri Perez, I'm gonna go to Lone Depot Park. I'm gonna find Peter Benedict's office. I'm gonna take a shit in it. That is the only possible solution. Only possible
me.
solution.
In his defense, Yuri's overrated.
I mean, when he played 2 years ago, I thought he looked really good.
You always feel that way about your young players.
No, I'll tell you straight up if I think a player is overrated.
No.
I think, for instance, Javon Holland. Javon Holland, I was super high on him coming out of college. I love Javon Holland his first 2 years. Javon Holland played like shit the last 2 years. What can I tell you?
Well, he's gonna get paid like a superstar. by somebody.
Not here in Miami. He does not deserve that money. He can go elsewhere.
Dude, I am a
As
D1
much as I
hater
love
for
him.
Minka Fitzpatrick, so I'm with you on hating a Dolphin safety.
You
Shit.
hate
It
Minka
really
too? That was me, baby.
Yeah.
I can't stand that guy.
it really yeah, he was a baby. He was a baby in Miami. A complete
And now
baby.
he's
But as for
severely
Javon,
overrated still. I don't get it. He's like barely a top 20 safety and people call him number 3. It's like, come on, guys. Come on.
but I
Yeah,
know.
it makes no sense.
But as for Javon, it really makes me better because I really liked him.
Yep. Damn shame. A damn
That's
shame.
unfortunate for you, honestly.
It is a shame. But we have certified dog Devon Achan. He's my new boy.
He's your new boy.
He's my new boy. My dog. But he looks so innocent. That's why I call him boy. You know.
So
It's not
Okay.
racially inclined.
He looks like a 15-year-old guy, but I mean, obviously, he's not. He's super shy.
You said he looks 15.
Oh, he does. I mean, I've seen him close in person.
Well, I can
I
see
have
him
his
up close and
signature.
in person right here.
Okay. Where the fuck is his
Okay,
signature? I
buddy,
have his
chill
signature.
out.
He looks his age. My goodness. He looks early 20s.
Okay, I have Channing Tindall, Quinn Bell, Duke Riley, and I can't tell who these numbers are.
Wait, is Broofy saying that somebody else looks like a teenager?
All right, bro, that's funny.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I can't find Von Aiken, but I have a picture with him. Let me get his picture. I can't find his signature. Oh, I think it's on the shirt. I think it's on my shirt.
Yeah,
It's
let's
on
see
your
that
shirt. Show us then.
Let's see that sweet pic.
Okay, but first, yeah, let me get the picture. Let me get the picture.
Yeah. No pressure. We're only rolling right now.
I remember when I talked to him. I asked him, "Hey, Devon, you excited for the season?" It was his rookie season. He was like, "Hell yeah, man!" He was like,
Hell yeah, brother.
He was like, "Thanks for coming out." He's super nice. Where is the picture? I have a folder strictly for pictures with Dolphins players.
You'd think this guy was a fan or something.
There we go. Yeah. Where's the Devon HN? So here's. Okay.
Before you do, since you're to fill time real quick, you talked about
No.
folder making in your picture gallery. I recently decided that I would take initiative and make a picture folder of all my favorite SpongeBob frames throughout the show. All the good faces, yeah. So I could just implement them at any point in time in a conversation whenever the time needs it, you know. So, very good use of my time recently.
I'm so glad that you did that, Anthony. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Dude, I have a picture with what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name, bro.
I'm glad that you admire my drive and inspiration for such an esteemed photo gallery.
I always will, Anthony.
Yeah, you know what? It was
Feeney.
Never mind.
What's his name? Feeney.
I don't know.
Guys, what was the name of this player? I cannot remember the name of this player. He played for the Jets before going to the Dolphins.
Should I start the Jeopardy music at this point?
No.
Honestly, I think you should.
Yeah.
I'm sending in Discord now. I need to know the name of this player because I really like this picture.
The guy that played for the Jets and then played for the Dolphins. That's a lot of guys.
There's a lot of guys. That is a lot of guys. But he's a guard. I forgot his name. He got cut after training camp. I forgot his name.
Oh, fuck. I know who you're talking about.
Isn't it Feeney? Feeney something? Something Feeney?
No, is it not?
And where the fuck is my picture with Devon Achan, bro?
Oh my god.
No,
what you gotta do?
You can ignore it. I'll find it later.
What you gotta do is
I swear I had it.
make
Yeah, I have no idea.
Make a note on every picture you take so that way you can search by keyword. It's a new feature.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, so what are you guys' thoughts on me switching to Samsung?
I mean, whatever.
Uh,
I can't comment. You know, I've been an Apple boy all my life, so only for the phones. But
Right. Wait, you don't record on a Mac?
what the fuck is wrong with me, man? I don't
what?
understand.
Yeah, what?
Can you believe it? This fucking idiot's using a PC. Oh my god. Get a load of this fucking
What do you
loser.
mean you use a computer? I use a Mac. It has better video editing software.
Yeah. Have you heard of Safari? I don't even use Safari on Apple. I have Opera on there too.
You use Google? Oh,
Opera.
you have Opera on your phone? That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to be an Opera guy on my new Samsung.
And it carries
Which is
over
crazy
all of
because
your search history and everything. So if you search something up on the computer, it'll be there, you know, if you're looking for a link or something on the phone. It's pretty cool.
But it's just crazy what like trade-in values are right now because I'm literally going to be giving up a shitty ass SE2 and I'm getting the new Samsung that just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Very interesting.
Guys, I'm giving up.
Indeed.
But you can ignore me in this. I'm still looking for it, but yeah.
Well, okay. I guess while we wait for
He's
Barufi
like, I'm a
to
lost cause. Don't you waste your time on me. I've
yeah.
been damaged for so many years. Life has me down and on my knees.
So I guess while we wait for Barufi, I'll go through the Oscars reaction real quick because that was a big deal for me this weekend. That was the one thing I did with my pathetic little life. So on screen, I've got
Jesus, Anthony.
what?
Nothing.
The self-deprecation.
That's the only thing I did with my pathetic life.
That's self-deprecating humor. You gotta love it. You gotta have it. You know.
Dude, it's awesome.
So I did okay on my predictions. A few of them that were like 50-50 scenarios, like Best Picture, where I'm pretty sure I said on the show last week, you know, I'm predicting The Brutalist, but it could vary, you know, because I gave Sean Baker, the director of Anora, the Best Director, said, you know, that could very well be the case as well, where he wins, where they win Best Picture for that film as well. So, but overall, I think I did okay. So Best Actor went to Adrian Brody, The Brutalist. That was my prediction. Supporting actor Kieran Culkin, that was a log from a long time ago, and that ultimately ended up what happening. Lead actress Mikey Madison, that was the big surprise to end the night. It wasn't impossible for her to win. She had just come off of a big win at Critics' Choice, something like that. One of the preliminary shows. But Demi Moore had won a lot of the major ones before that, and she was one thing that I didn't factor in when even thinking about my predictions was that I guess the Oscars do love when people give good speeches, and Demi Moore has done a really good job giving speeches all awards award season as well. So it was a little surprising that she didn't win, but I did prefer Mikey Madison's performance to Demi Moore's, so I was okay with that. Supporting actress Zoe Saldana, very, you know, again, another massive lock. It's a shame that it couldn't go to somebody else, though. Animated feature, another surprise for me. I really thought The Wild Robot had this one locked up. It had won a number of preliminary awards in this circuit, but it ended up going to Flow, which was also the first ever Latvian film to win an Oscar, which is pretty cool. Still have not seen it. It might come on streaming later this month, so then I'll be able to watch it. Animated short, In the Shadow of the Cypress one, I had no opinion on this one, but that was the one that had the buzz going in, I'm pretty sure. Cinematography was The Brutalist. My pick obviously would have been Dune 2, but this was like my, you know, again, another 50-50 toss-up type of thing, and if they're gonna be awarding The Brutalist, you know, stuff, then this would be one of the categories to do it, certainly. Costumes, I got this one right as well. Wicked, one for costume design. It was one of 2 awards that Wicked won this weekend, which was a bit of a surprise for a lot of people, I suppose. But ultimately, that means that Wicked ended up being a pretty significant winner on the night. You know, not big awards by any means, but at least one more than most people thought. Again, Sean Baker for Honora.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked his speeches throughout the night. He was funny but energetic and very polite. And
It's
in the Best Picture, Best Director wins, he was talking about also the how important not only indie film is for the industry, but also how important the cinema is for the industry, and really trying to implore people to go to the movie theater to watch a movie, instead of waiting for streaming and whatnot. And I appreciated, what he had to say about it. Um, Documentary featured No Other Land. It was the Israel-Palestine conflict documentary, so that was going to win. Documentary short, Only Girl in the Orchestra, that was the other one that got buzz for this category leading up to it, so no surprises there. Editing went to
Mm-hmm.
Anora, so again, another big award that went to Anora. Anora was the biggest winner on the night, came away with 5 in total, and it won all the heavy hitters. So it won the screenplay award, it won editing, director, and picture, as well as a best actress. So big time win for Anora as a film, and it won for editing. My pick would have been Conclave, but I'm not upset about it, I guess. Then international
Right.
feature, I'm Still Here, won. So a little bit of Brazil representation for your buddy Vitor Barufi there. So nice to
yes,
see. And
sir. Brazilians were extremely happy, very
yeah,
happy.
thank God it wasn't Emilia Perez for this category. This is far and away. I mean, I hadn't
But that
seen
was
The Girl with the Needle or, well, I guess I hadn't seen 3 of them yet because I didn't see the Sea of the Sacred Fig yet. But between the two, Emilia Perez seemed like the favorite for a while, but um, I'm Still Here swooped in. Thank God.
But I thought it was pretty easy to know that because it was the only one out of the 5 nominated for best movie, or
Emilia Perez was nominated for Best Picture as well.
it
That's
was
why
okay.
yeah, that's why for a long time everyone's like, "Oh my God, Emilia Perez is going to sweep the Oscars
But
and it's going to win
that kind of already
international and picture."
disqualifies the other 3 though, right?
No, not necessarily, but I will say it's certainly a disadvantage.
Okay.
Makeup and hairstyling, another prediction I got right, which was The Substance. This was the only award that it won tonight, so it was actually a little bit of a loser because a lot of people were predicting a Demi Moore win for actress. So it won half the awards that it was expected to, I suppose, but a deserved award for makeup. Original score, The Brutalist won, another expected one. I think it's by far the best score that they nominated. Then again, it's a particularly weak category in general.
Mm-hmm.
Original song, El Mal from Emilia Perez won. It was nominated twice for this category, so one of them is going to win. This one is at least slightly better than Mi Camino, but both songs are atrocious. Best Picture, like I said, Honora won. It won all the big awards leading up to it, so it made perfect sense. Production design, this one was the other bit of a surprise win for Wicked. I thought in general that this category was actually really strong. The use of practical sets and everything through all 5 of these movies were actually something to really commend their efforts for throughout the whole thing. So I was kind of happy with whoever won because it was just a really strong category. But of course, I was rooting for Dune 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I did predict The Brutalist to win that one. So again, Brutalist being a bit of a loser throughout the whole show. Live action short, I'm Not a Robot. That one had the buzz going in. Haven't seen any of them. Best sound, Dune Part 2. So I got one of the Dune 2 wins right here, which is good. Certainly deserving of the award.
Hell yeah.
Visual effects went to Dune. So I thought they might throw a bone to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. But, my preference would have been Dune, and it ended up winning, and deservedly so, 100%.
Hell yeah.
Adapted screenplay went to Conclave, and the screenplay winners were announced fairly early, so it gave me Nora had won original screenplay, and then Conclave won adapted screenplay, and by that point you're like, okay, The Brutalist is out for Best Picture. It's a 2-horse race between Conclave and Honora, and ultimately Conclave didn't win any other awards, and Honora won 4 more, so Honora ends up being the big winner. But yeah, so those were the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, fairly straightforward. They didn't do anything particularly egregious outside of the stuff that was already expected from it. And actually, the show itself all went pretty well. I think Conan O'Brien is a really good presenter for stuff like this. He was funny, self-deprecating enough. Just an enjoyable show. So good for them. doing that.
Man, you and self-defecating, man.
Yeah, he was doing it all night. He made a couple jokes about himself that were pretty funny, and it just worked. Now I will say, not everything was perfect. There was this moment when Emilia Perez won Best Song. The director and then the songwriter went up to accept the award, and then the songwriter at the end of their speech starts singing, and it was just fucking like not in tune, like totally tone deaf, and an awful like Emilia Perez and blah blah. It was just really cringe, and just like everybody in the room, you could just feel like, oh god, what the fuck is happening? And yeah, so that was really cringe.
Why'd you do that, dude?
The in memoriam segment was a bit of a disaster.
No, Burner Hill was
they omitted a lot of people. They also, like, someone like David Lynch, really well acclaimed director who changed cinema when he was making films, who passed away just a few weeks ago. They only gave him like 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. They gave him nothing for no speech about him. That they gave a speech on Gene Hackman. They allowed Morgan Freeman to talk about Gene Hackman for 5 minutes. So that was weird that like you couldn't do that to David Lynch, or a lot of people were criticizing that. But yeah, other misses on the in memoriam segments. So that was kind of a disaster. The song choice is really bad too. I don't know what the song is called.
But I think no. Go ahead.
Maybe I'll find it real quick. But it made me start laughing because of the song choice. It's so bad. Oh god, I can't wait for you guys to see this. All right.
Well, this week.
Oh, that's Gene Hackman. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's life, isn't it?
Hopefully
Getting
it'll
past
stop
the
me for this.
unexpected. Love is a
It's Lucky Hermosa, no? Yeah, it's Lucky Hermosa. Dude, that's so bizarre, no?
This is not what I think of for in memoriam. Like, this is a meme song
this is
now.
So dark.
This is like how villains walk out. It's such a bizarre song choice.
Right.
It's
this
anyway.
Is dark, like.
Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah.
I have an announcement.
Let's hear it.
You have an announcement?
2 announcements.
Those aren't allowed.
I found my picture with Devon Achan.
I saw it in the chat.
And I included 2 other pictures, one with Dan Feeney and one with Fuller. And my girlfriend watched Anora today.
Okay.
She gave it a 3 out of 10. So there's that.
Ooh. That's
not a fan.
Pretty wild. What did she not like about it?
Better than that, Anthony?
I gave it a 6. I think it's very overrated. I definitely wouldn't have won Best Picture for me, but it's very technically well done. I just don't care for the narrative at all, and I think some of the characters are a little stupid, like actually dumb.
Valid. I respect
that. I'm waiting to hear her thoughts.
I mean, that's really it. Like, not all the comedy bits worked for me. The second half really becomes a comedy film, and the romance stuff is, whatever. There's a lot of sex in the first half of the movie, and so that was like, if that's not your thing, it's not generally my thing for movies. If it's not your thing, then yeah, you're gonna be off-put by that as well. But what were your girlfriend's thoughts on Nora, Best Picture winner?
She's about to let me know. Nothing yet, but
okay.
She did tell me she was confused.
Interesting. I thought it was a fairly straightforward movie, so I wonder what part she was confused about.
Maybe not at the plot. Maybe how they did something.
She might have been confused on how high reviewed it was.
Yeah, maybe that. Oh, maybe that. Yeah, maybe that. She said, "I'm confused."
This shit won Best Picture. Oh my god!
My girlfriend is not the most detailed taxer.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, Dune 2 should have
people
won.
Enjoy this hot garbage.
Yeah. Well,
But then again, I don't really trust her, and I've already said this to her. I don't really trust her movie judgments because she doesn't like Lord of the Rings, so it's hard to.
She doesn't like Lord of the Rings. What a loser!
Coming from
Get a
someone
new one.
who
We don't agree with this anymore.
and coming from someone who likes fantasy as much as she does,
Oh,
but
you're about to say coming from someone who took so long to watch. I thought he was about to throw an insult my way.
I also like my life, so I don't say anything else to her.
wow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow. I can't believe that. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Anyway,
Indeed.
Jacob, you want to you want to move into your presentation?
Dude, okay, yeah. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. You would think I put a hat on before, given how many fucking hats I have.
I know.
And given that that's been
All right.
should have rehearsed.
So here's my
Really
very, very,
disappointed.
very, very basic slideshow on the GOAT conversation for UFC featherweight division. So
Let's hear it.
if you would like to move into the next slide, we'll go over some basic
You gotta
information.
be assertive. I already told you gotta be
Yeah,
assertive.
remember what Barufy
Okay.
did.
Yeah, well, you told me. You advised me to do that.
Slider bitch.
All right, yours is
That's what you
definitely
gotta call
longer
me.
than mine is. Mine is a lot more simple because there's less. Like you guys have like 800 different tournaments that each fucking tennis player does. There's only one UFC featherweight title, so there's a little less information to cover here.
Fair.
But getting into the details of our 4 fighters that we were talking about today, these are pretty consistently considered the top 4 UFC featherweights of all time. Fighter A has 20 wins at the featherweight division and 6 losses. So he has the most wins while also having the most losses. Or sorry, oh wait, no, he has the second most losses. Sorry. The second fighter only has 7 wins at the featherweight division. So you might be a little bit curious as to how he's in this conversation already. We'll get to that later.
He's won in
And
the
then
first round
fighter
every
C,
time. Sorry.
Fighter C, he has 13 featherweight wins, 2 losses, and Fighter D has 10 featherweight wins and 9 losses. So he's very close to 500. So people are probably a little confused on how he's even in this conversation, but we'll get to that later.
Probably an old
Fighter A
man.
has 3 UFC title defenses. Each of these guys hasn't won the belt twice. So if you take their total fight or title fight wins, Fighter A has 4. Fighter B would have 2 because he won the belt and then he defended it once. Fighter C has 6 because he won the belt, defended it 5 times, and then Fighter D has 7 because he won it and then defended it 6 times. That is the breakdown to how many times they have won the championship in the UFC. So Fighter D having the most losses, he also has the most UFC title wins. So that's kind of his argument for being in the GOAT conversation. Next slide. This is their
That's too
head-to-head
soft.
records, which this is their head-to-head record, which is very
That's
impactful in the
interesting.
GOAT debate. So Fighter
Is what I
B
want to see.
having 2 title fight wins, both of them were against other fighters on this list. So Fighter A is 0-1 against Fighter B. He got knocked out. He is 0-3 against Fighter C. He lost 3 decisions to Fighter C. And then he knocked out Fighter D twice. And then Fighter B, with only 7 fights in the UFC featherweight division, he knocked out Fighter A and knocked out Fighter C, has not yet fought Fighter D, probably will never fight Fighter D. Fighter C has the 3-0 record against Fighter A, all 3 decisions. He got knocked out by Fighter B, and then Fighter D he beat in the decision. And then Fighter A, he got knocked out twice, or sorry, Fighter D got knocked out twice by Fighter A. He never fought Fighter B, and he lost that decision to Fighter C. So this is kind of how they stand up next to each other. Obviously, in head-to-head, the only one with a clean record is Fighter B. The other one with the more impressive record is Fighter C, having a positive record against 2 of them and 4 wins in total against the other 3 fighters, with his only loss coming to Fighter B.
But all by
What, you have,
decision. No
They are all
KO
by
wins.
decision.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
to elaborate on that more, he dominantly won the decision against Fighter D. That was very clear. He won that fight. And in his three fights against Fighter A, the first and second fight are commonly argued that Fighter A actually won and that it was
Mm.
poor judging. But then the
You see,
third,
these
like
things are important.
they were still very close fights, and I personally think the Fighter C won both of those fights anyways.
So there's a racial
So I
thing
actually
going
agree
on.
with the both are white. Uh,
Both white.
and I'm actually in favor of the Australian, not the American. So,
Okay.
and then that third fight, Fighter C, like 50-45 Fighter A, and it wasn't even close. Like he dominantly won that third fight, won every single round. So that kind of put the nail in the coffin on the argument of, oh well, what if they actually gave the decision to the other fighter? Well, they didn't, and then he went and dominated him in the third fight, won all three fights. So you kind of have to look at it both ways.
Now it is funny
Next
as well.
slide.
Another quick observation. It
Go
is
for it.
funny how the joke I made about which one was it? Yeah, Fighter B with only 7 wins and 0 losses, and I said that they were all knockouts, and he's 2-0 in this category here on the head-to-heads, and they're both knockouts. Just saying.
This next slide is what's going to make him even more impressive. So we'll
All right,
start
let's
off
see
with A
this.
and B, or we'll start off with Fighter A, but then we'll get to B. So Fighter A has the all-time strikes record for the UFC, and he is far and away the all-time strikes leader. Like he has over 1,000 more than the second place guy. So heavily involved in boxing in the UFC. Also has really good takedown defense. If he's landed that many strikes, he clearly isn't getting wrestled too much. He also has the most wins in the featherweight division. Pretty good stat to have if we're talking about featherweight GOAT. Fighter B, however, in his 7 fights, he dominated Fighter A and C and put them both to sleep. He's also the only person to ever knock out, TKO, or even knock down Fighter A. Fighter A has never been knocked down prior to his fight with Fighter B.
I'm a little scared of this guy.
And Fighter B put him to sleep. Fighter C has the longest win streak in the featherweight division and dominated Fighter A in the third fight, as we discussed prior. He also dominated Fighter D in their only fight. It was just a strong decision. Fighter D's greatest accolade is all-time UFC featherweight title fight wins leader. So he has won the most championship fights in the featherweight division. Outside of that, there's not a lot of stuff that really scales well against the other fighters. So based off the information that I have given to you two, who would you guys place as the featherweight GOAT
Either
prior
B or
to
C.
knowing who each B or C?
Either B or
Okay,
C. Probably B.
probably B.
Probably
7
B.
fights in the division, you already have him as the GOAT.
Man,
I mean, I'm only seeing
that is a
dominance out
tough
of him.
one, because he's undefeated. Even if it's only 7, he's still undefeated.
The
And
KOs, I don't know.
And he's undefeated with 7-0, and you think about, like, okay, Fighter C, 13-2, that's close to 7, 7 wins and 1 loss, but the other two, they're pretty off. 20-6 is about 6,
No, it's
3
either B or C.
3
It's
wins
either
per
B or
1
C.
loss, and 10-9 is, like you said, nearly 500. So that's one thing. Now Fighter D also has the title defenses, so that is interesting.
Yeah,
And
that's interesting.
and it says that here as well. But yeah, and then like I said, with the knockouts, if you value the knockouts to a high degree, then that certainly would be a big indicator of who's better, right? You're not going the distance with your guy. You are
I
defining the game, or defining the fight.
I
Mm,
I definitely
Right.
think that having less room for argumentation improves your argument, right? So Fighter C having 2 fights that have arguments against them, as compared to Fighter B that they don't have that comparison, right? I think that
Right.
strengthens the Fighter B argument as well. So I'm probably gonna say Fighter
Yeah,
B.
and also
Okay.
based on who fighter C was in contention within those two fights was fighter A, and we know that fighter A is like out of the question at this point. So maybe yeah, I think I'm gonna lean fighter B as well, based
I
on
agree.
everything we said.
Okay, so widely regarded by UFC fans, Fighter C is still the featherweight GOAT.
That makes
He
sense.
is currently the featherweight GOAT. I do want you guys to try and take guesses as to who is who.
Well, see, I don't know the
would be
names,
able to do that.
so I cannot tell you. Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm
Can
still
we?
learning
Okay,
UFC. I
okay.
can
How about
tell
this?
you.
How about this? How about this? You give us the four
You give me
names, and
names.
then we'll try to put them
Yeah,
in
maybe.
the places.
Yeah, because maybe I know them by names, but not by accolades.
Okay, so the four fighters are Jose Aldo, Ilya Taporia, Alexander Volkanovski, and Max Holloway.
Okay, I'm gonna guess
I'm-
that didn't really help.
I think.
but-
I think Jose might be fighter B.
I think
It's
he's
only
fighter
7.
D.
I think he's fighter D.
Yeah, and I think
Is he?
Holloway's fighter C.
I definitely think Holloway is fighter C, for sure.
And then the third guy you said is fighter B. And then the second guy you said is fighter A. Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay, we can stick
So
with that.
Ilya Taporia and Alexander Volkanovski. Who is who?
I think.
Fighter A
Ilya's
and B
A.
respectively. Yeah.
Yep.
So Ilya is fighter A and Volk is
Yep.
fighter B.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, next slide. Fighter A is Max Holloway.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Well, we're very wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Next slide. Fighter B, Ilya
Okay.
Taporia.
Oh shit.
Taporia,
Oh shit.
So that's my goat.
Yes, Ilya Taporia is both of you guys' goats. Fighter C, this is Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
Okay.
And then Fighter D is Jose Aldo.
Just Aldo, yeah.
So
Alright.
I would still consider Alexander Volkanovski the GOAT. However, I kind of want to give it to Ilya Taporia, and I'm probably going. Actually, no. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Ilya Taporia is the GOAT of this division. I don't care that he's only defended the title once. He went in and flatlined Volkanovski, and he's flatlined Max Holloway. And those are the two guys who are far and away the GOAT of the featherweight division. Jose Aldo has like records as far as like fight or championship wins, and like he has legacy because he's been there for longer, but the game is advanced now. Both Volkanovski and Holloway are far and away better than Jose Aldo is. He's kind of just like the old heads GOAT. And for Ilya Taporia to beat them in the fashion that he did, it's so impressive to the point where I can't argue for those two guys to be above him. I mean, resume wise and legacy wise, you can maybe argue it, but honestly speaking, I think Ilya Taporia has the potential to go down as the greatest fighter of all time.
Okay.
Barufi, our reasoning was totally sound.
Spot on, right? There we go. Yeah, there we go.
we might
This
we
is
might be
technically a
more.
bold take.
But you know what? As people who are unbiased and have not watched the sport much, that might be the take that people need to hear.
Yeah,
I agree.
we are actually smarter than every UFC fan out there because we use deductive reasoning. All right, but that was a nice presentation. I appreciate the segment. That was fun. Well done. Yeah. Thanks.
Listen, let me try and find the video of Ilya Taporia knocking out Max Holloway because it's bad.
Well,
Like,
if it's
he
bad, I
doesn't,
don't know if
like,
we'll
get
be
the
able to show it on the show, but you can definitely share it with us.
All right, I'm getting the link sent to the chat.
Goated.
Okay, I'm going to before sharing the screen, I'm gonna proofread it.
I'm watching right now.
Dude, Max gets outed. He's gone. And
Yeah, that
keep
might
in
be a
mind,
little.
Max won.
This might be a little too much for I don't want to get age restricted.
Right.
But that is
Keep
pretty
in mind,
wild.
Max won. Max won the first 2 rounds, and Ilya had like no fucks to give about that. He just came in there swinging, and then the thing that makes it so emotional for me, because I knew that this was gonna happen. I was saying it to my
Oh,
roommate. My
this is
roommate
the
was saying it
fight.
to me. I was like,
Okay, I remember you
"Yeah,
talking about it.
dude."
Yeah.
We were talking about it. We were like, "Dude, Ilya's gonna crack him," and I'm like, "I know," and I'm not ready for it. And I'm like, "Please, Max, just survive to the end of the fight." I'm like, "Please, Max, just somehow pull this off," because I'm just such a huge Max Holloway fan, and so he gets in there and he like ekes out round 1, and I had him winning round 2, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, there's no way he's gonna do it. And so like it gave me that false hope. It gave me the false hope. And then he's like getting pieced apart, but he's like surviving. And then the camera cuts, so it has the angle of Ilya backing him against the cage, and then the camera cuts, and then it's just Ilya throwing his left hook and Max Holloway going down. Like taking the fucking taking this animal behind the barn, and I
Wow.
was just like, "Oh no, dude!" It
Yeah.
ruined my day. That I was so upset for like a week straight. Like it just bothered me so much.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a wild clip. Uh, yeah. It's a shame.
Yeah,
I might be able to share that, but it's it's just a risk. So, but
nah, it's not worth it. People
if
can
you know,
find
you
it
know. Yeah,
anywhere.
exactly. So yeah, but very cool segment. Appreciate uh the funness
This is
of
his.
it.
Yeah, this is him knocking out Alexander Volkanovski.
I'll watch it after the show.
I'm
Sounds
watching right
good.
now.
All right. Well, we've got one more
Sleep.
little segment here
Holy
Sleep.
shit!
before the show comes to a close for the evening. A little bit of a shorter one today, but that's okay. Short,
Yeah.
sometimes succinct. We're not wasting time. It's always great. But we got some drafts, and these were some off the cuff stuff that I came up with last minute. And I wanted to be themed, so the first one I thought of was So Bad They're Good movies. So I decided let's do 3 movies, and then next time, because I know we've had a couple suggestions, within our circle here for other drafts that we can put together in their own themed draft segment. But yeah, so the first one we're gonna do is So Bad It's Good, movie edition, of course. And yeah, let's get the picker wheel up. And oh shit, I I forgot. I needed that for Super Bowl
Dude, maybe
squares.
because you're building it again, I might not get third pick.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, the whole mojo of the wheel is now off. It's a good point. There we go. All right. Here we go. First overall for
Wait,
So Bad.
quick question.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the like debate on Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckerberg in a boxing match?
Oh my god.
Mark would flatline him. Mark would
Please.
flatline
No,
him.
it's
Please do
bad.
it.
Dude, Mark would make Elon so he would do so many bad things.
Flatline
Have
him.
you seen Mark train jujitsu?
Yes.
No, but I know he does.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's filthy.
I have.
Dude, he's filthy. Dude, he's cornered UFC fighters. Like he's coached UFC fighters.
They should do that. That would be
You know,
so fucking funny to watch Elon without his
Dude.
human shield. Get his shit rocked. Oh my
It would
god.
be so cool.
Some people need an ass kicking, and it's rare that Mark Zuckerberg is not the guy in that scenario that needs an ass kicking, but he's not in this scenario. But
Dude, well, there's this really funny clip that was on Twitter today, and it was because Dylan Dennis is fighting KSI, and they were doing like a press conference or whatever, and Dylan Dennis is talking about Alex Pereira, and KSI is like, I would put Alex Pereira to sleep, and Dylan Dennis is like, do you know who Alex Pereira is? He was like, Yeah, I'm gonna put like I would dominate him in a fight. Keep in mind, for those who don't watch boxing, KSI is a fucking YouTuber, and Alex Pereira is a two-time Glory kickboxing champion, a two-time UFC champion in two separate divisions, who's currently the light heavyweight champion. He's knocked out his last 4 opponents. Something tells me KSI isn't winning this fight. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
but then again, like Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson, so it's a little different, but
Yeah, Mike Tyson has 60.
with his bare ass in the locker room. All right. Yeah, so first overall in the So Bad They're Good movies draft. Here we go. Yes! 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 That's a big deal.
What do
That's a
you
big deal,
want?
guys. It's probably not even a movie that you guys have seen, but it's good that I've got it. Second overall pick.
Okay.
Bro's gonna draft Elf.
Well, maybe you will, Jacob.
Yeah? No, it's not even good. It's not even bad enough to be good.
No, it's great. That's the problem. All right. Well, maybe the
Oh,
curse is
fuck.
broken. You're not picking third. It's Barufi this time. And I'll kick us
Okay,
off.
so with the number 1 pick, Anthony is taking Moonfall.
Bingo. Moonfall, baby. Moonfall. Oh my god. It is so bad, but man, do I love it. It's unbelievable stuff, man. It's great. You have to watch it. It's an absolute must watch for people who like bad movies. Oh,
The God, do I take like an actual like so bad it's good movie, or do I take a movie that's just really bad that I love? That's a question.
well, that's the definition, right? Like the movie's so bad that it's good.
Dude, I think I'm gonna
Oh,
go
I have
with
my pick.
I'm gonna go with a personal pick here. I'm taking Aliens in the Attic.
I knew it. I knew it. Oh my god. What a movie. Hey, look, it fits the definition 100%.
It's still
I
fun.
will
I
give
love
you
it.
that. Oh man. All right.
Okay.
You've got the wraparound here.
Yeah. My first pick is going to be Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Mm,
That movie's horrible.
that's a solid
And
choice.
and the next one, I hope my girlfriend's not seeing this. Twilight.
Oh, that's big. Do you have a specific one?
First one. First one. 2008.
That's a big selection. But so the Twilight series is so bad that you enjoy them.
I would say so. It's a silly watch for me, but I enjoy myself doing so.
Fair enough. All right.
Fair enough. All right. I think I'm gonna take another personal pick, and then I'm gonna get back to business. Okay, Anthony, tell him what I'm taking.
Ooh, I don't. It's definitely a movie that's
It's
probably on my.
Leprechaun.
It's
It's Leprechaun.
Oh yeah, is that it?
No, it's not. But
Eh,
Leprechaun was also
A Leprechaun in the
Talking about
hood.
In the Hood.
Leprechaun in the hood.
Two.
is not. It's Leprechaun goes back to the hood, just so you know.
Oh,
Back to the hood.
fuck.
Okay. Oh, he was
Okay.
already from there.
That's
Yeah, I
fair,
forgot.
yeah.
Always not
No,
fair.
Jacob
it's
is the
gonna be
connoisseur.
Leprechaun 3. The Leprechaun 3 is the one where he's in Las Vegas.
Oh,
He-
okay.
The one where he does the Elvis impression. I feel like we brought it up on the show.
Yeah, we watched the
Thank
clip.
you. Thank you very much.
Oh man, yeah that is a Jacob pick for sure. All right, there are a number of roads I can take here, and I do have back to back. So like I had Aliens in the Attic written down on my own list, but that's gone. But I will take another Alien movie, and it's going to be Alien Resurrection.
Oh, you like that movie?
It is fucking awful, but I can't help but laugh. I just can't help but laugh. It really is funny, I think. Classic Joss Whedon. It is Joss Whedon, right? Maybe it's not. Who directed that?
Yes,
It is, right?
I think so.
Let me fact check myself real quick. Alien Resurrection. Oh, I don't know. Jean-Pierre Jeunet? Don't know who that is, but it's written like a Joss Whedon movie. So, oh, he did write it. He is one of the writers. Never mind. The director is Jean-Pierre Jeunet, and yeah, Joss Whedon is one of the writers, and it's totally written like a Joss Whedon movie. It's so fucking funny. It's terrible. Don't get me wrong, but it is funny. All right, and then okay, then we're gonna take. I'm gonna play it a little bit safe here. Take another one that's one of my favorites, but it really like it. It's so bad, but I laugh every time I watch it once again, and that's gonna be Bench Warmers.
Okay.
Damn it, dude, that's on my list.
Oh, so many one-liners
Oh.
in that movie that just live in my head rent free. Gotta start charging those fuckers.
Dude, the beef stew, the fuck. It's
I
like
think,
apple pie. You gotta try it once.
yeah, I think I quote, "You're not a sword," at least once a month at this point. Don't chop at it. It's not a sword. You're not a sword.
Not a sword. You're not a sword.
It's so fucking
I
stupid.
dicked it. I dicked it. Woo! Dude,
Fairy
fuck.
Jerry, Gus
What's
Bus.
the my wife's the only one that gets to touch these man titties.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Yeah. What a movie.
Okay. I'm gonna take I think the definition of so bad it's good, and that's gonna be 2024's The Crow.
Oh. Yeah,
Jeez.
see, it was something that like it fits for a lot of people in here, but for me, I just did not enjoy enough of it to make it on here. Um, although I did in my review, I do still think that it's a shit smell that smells like gasoline instead of dog shit. So
Right.
it's close to being on my list as well, but almost not quite.
Mhm.
Good pick though. I respect it.
Zombieland.
Interesting. You
Um,
think that one is so
I
bad it's
don't.
good?
No, that movie is just actually good.
I thought it was horrid.
It has its cult following for sure. Has its fan base.
Well, those people have horrible taste in movies. I'm sorry.
But you
It's
still
not a
enjoy
movie
watching.
because it's bad,
All
not
right.
because it's good.
All right.
I thought it was
disagree. I
bad.
think this was a good movie.
I thought, listen, and Sharknado.
Oh,
Good
wow.
pick. Good pick.
That's a heavy hitter in the fourth round.
Yeah, Sharknado.
Someone gonna is someone gonna pick the Velocipaster?
I haven't seen it, so I can't take
Oh
it.
man.
See, I don't know. I have a few picks here, but I think I'm gonna take Spiral from the Book of Saw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, haven't seen it, but definitely for a lot of people, like this is the worst Saw movie.
It's definitely not the worst Saw movie.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Saw 3 is pretty bad.
I again I haven't seen it in a long time, but I still remember Saw moments of Saw 3 fondly, at least moments. Okay.
It has good moments, but not a good movie.
I'm not okay. A couple on here I do want to mention at the end because they are like just very classic, so bad it's good. But I haven't watched them in any recent capacity, so I don't know if it's very fair to select it. But one that I have watched recently because it came out a couple of years ago is Meg 2: The Trench.
That's a good one.
I have the first film written down on here as well, but I actually think that the first one is okay, but the second one is really really fucking bad. But I couldn't help but laugh pretty much the whole time in the movie. It was really something. So I think that's worthy of a spot here. And again, so many ways that we can go. I could even go another shark movie with Deep Blue Sea, starring Samuel L. Jackson. That's another classic, right?
Or Jaws.
Yeah, not the first one. Other than the sequels are so bad that they're not even good anymore. in my
Pick
opinion.
any sequel.
Yeah,
Pick any
the
sequel.
the sequels aren't good though. That's
You
the
know,
point.
Well, but they're not. They're not. At least for me, they're not entertaining still. Except for
Okay, there
maybe
you go.
maybe the Revenge with Michael Caine in it. That one might be so bad it's good, but I'm not going to go that route. I'm not even going to go any route that involves water, and so I'm not going to take the Water Boy. Or
Yeah, Waterboy is goated.
but I am going to take this movie, and it somehow managed to get a sequel like 6 years later, and it really blows my mind that was the case. And that's going to be Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I am not familiar, but it sounds interesting.
Dude, the fucking scene at the end of the movie where he gets kicked by a horse.
It is
Oh
Groovy.
my
It
god,
is
that
the
one.
Yeah, it is the like classic Kevin James like mid to late 2000s era slapstick garbage. I mean garbage. And the second one is so bad it's not even good. It's not.
I hear
It
you.
has no
it's
chance of
so
I
being
hear
bad
good.
you.
that it's not
But the
even
first
good.
one at least has, I don't know, there's something about it. It's really really fucking awful, but it's really funny. So that'll be my round 5 pick.
All right, I'm gonna take an in my bag pick, and I'm gonna take Basket Case.
I've never heard of this one.
Dude, you gotta look it up. You gotta shut it.
1982 horror
The
comedy.
Images, bro.
Oh wow, that's something. Oh my god, I have seen this. That's in the third one though, but I have seen this for sure.
Yeah, because Basket Case 3 is about a bunch of deformed people that are in a house to protect them.
Oh my god.
It's so bad.
That reminds me. This is like almost as infamous of a shot for me as the Speed 2 meme with Willem Dafoe making this face in Speed 2. Oh, it's just a classic face. Like, wow. And what an awful movie, by
Dude,
the way.
Basket
Speed
Case
2.
has fucking 3,000 5-star reviews on Letterboxd. It has like 10 times the amount of 5-star reviews that it has 1-star reviews.
Probably that many people thinking it's so bad it's good. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right.
I have 2 movies here, and I don't know which one to pick. So I'll say one. I'll give an honorable mention to the other, but I want to make sure I pick the right movie here.
Yeah, pick the right one.
And I think I will, because this one is actually so bad it's good. It's funny. The other one is just bad. It's
The
horrible.
Hobbit: An Unexpected
So I'm
Journey.
gonna stick with my gut here. Okay, no pause. But the pick I will go here with is Cocaine Bear.
Oh, yeah. The
My
Cocaine
only
Bear.
experiences with Cocaine Bear are I've been very, very stoned for.
That movie
And
for me,
my honorable
unfortunately,
mention,
did not venture it back into the good category.
it did more for me than I thought it would initially. It was a funny watch. I watched it with friends as well, so it made it all the more fun.
Fair enough.
Now my honorable mention, and I'm just gonna say it because I thought about it, but it's not even honorable mention anymore. That it's probably the worst move I've ever seen in my entire life.
Dishonorable
And
mention.
that's what. Yes, thank you. It's Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. What a
Oh,
dog shit of a film, bro.
yeah, and that is not so bad. It's
No, it
good.
doesn't. It
Not even
doesn't work right.
close.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work. Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah, I thought so too. It does not
My
work.
Okay, I have a few honorable mentions, okay?
Let's hear him.
So first off, we got Leprechaun 1.
Leprechaun 2.
Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun
Leprechaun
4.
in the Hood.
Leprechaun
Leprechaun
4.
goes back to the hood.
No, guys, let me finish. Let me
Okay,
finish.
yeah, go ahead.
Leprechaun 4 in space. Leprechaun goes to the hood. Leprechaun goes back to the hood. Leprechaun Origins. Leprechaun, fuck, whatever the new one is, because I don't remember it. It came out in 2018. And then Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties.
Oh, yeah. I do remember you saying you like that one.
Leprechaun must be a hell of a franchise, right?
A hell of a
My
franchise, man.
God,
I don't.
what a hell of
The
a
Only the
only
franchise.
one that's
greatest.
good is the reboot.
Only the greatest of cinephiles have the balls to venture into those depths. But yeah, awesome
Leprechaun
stuff.
Returns in 2018. That one was actually good.
I somehow doubt that. But
Dude, you got to give it a watch. I'm telling you, you would enjoy it. The thing that sucks about it is the only good Leprechaun movie is the only movie that doesn't have Warwick Davis.
I can't
It's
believe
not
Warwick
his fault.
Davis has done all those movies. I can't believe it. Oh man, that
Dude,
is the
he was
craziest
so
part about
good.
it. No,
God.
yeah, he looks like a leprechaun demon. That's for sure. Yeah.
His voice acting was so fucking funny, bro.
But Warwick Davis is good. He's a good actor. So like that's what's bizarre to
I'm
me
gonna
is that he
get.
did all those.
I'll get coffee. 2 minutes. It's
Alright.
ready. 2
Okay,
minutes.
no problem. While he's gone, I guess
Here.
I'll go over my honorable mentions, my dishonorable mentions. Um, uh, this is a film that definitely would be drafted. Say it again.
I want my gold shilling. Tell me where it is, or there will be another killing.
Hmm.
Dude, these
Look,
quotes are
he's got
amazing.
bars. I will not deny he's got bars.
Look at all these glittering goods. I've got more loot than Tiger Woods.
God. God. Oh God. Brutal.
All right.
It
What were you
is.
about to say?
So my dishonorable mentions. I'm going to start with Batman and Robin. Definitely one of those ones that I was considering drafting here, but I haven't seen in such a long time, and it's definitely atop many people's so bad it's good lists. What a movie! What an awesome movie! I will have to rewatch it at some point. It's really something. The next one is Mac and Me. I don't know if you know this movie, but I think it was a McDonald's produced movie, and it was to play into the ET thing at the time. You know, ET was a big movie, and so they produced their own. And yeah, I mean, look at some of these scores: 7% on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.4 on IMDb. Uh, like, and there's this infamous scene that is just so funny. It is unbelievably hilarious. The kid.
Dude, I was thinking about just taking movies with the word bad in them.
Oh.
So I was gonna take like super bad, bad teacher, bad Santa.
You gotta
The coffee was not ready.
Murphy,
Alexander
come
the
see this
terrible,
clip. You gotta
horrible,
see
no
this
good,
clip.
very
You
bad day.
Yeah, go for it.
This is from one of my dishonorable mentions, Mac and Me. I don't know if you've ever heard
Oh
of
my
this.
God, must be bad. Let's see. Oh my God. Bro, I almost spit my water, bro. Holy shit. I almost spit out my water, bro.
He had no idea.
Oh my God, bro. I almost spilled water on my keyboard.
Dude, this is crazy editing. You can almost see that it's. You can almost see that it's a puppet in there, not an actual human.
By the shadows, it makes it look like it's in a dark room that they did this, bro. Look.
Oh my god.
Can you see it, Anthony? It's so dark, the shadows on it. It clearly seems like
it is. Look, anything you'll say about this movie, it is just such a disaster. And this is one of the funniest scenes of all time. Honestly,
Why is there a massive shadow on its back and then on its face too?
it's really something.
Wait, no, go back to back. The face on the right side.
Bill Skarsgård. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that is. Please watch this movie. It really is something else. Uh, anyway, final dishonorable mentions here. The Fifth Wave, which came out nearly a decade ago at this point. It was trying to be or maybe exactly a decade ago at this point. It's a young adult alien invasion movie. Really, really fucking awful, but it hit some of the funniest dialogue I've ever heard. Wild writing. Pixels, another Adam Sandler film on my list here.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Pixels.
Yeah. And then finally, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, which is where a lot of the memes about the Mad Max franchise come from, actually. And if you actually watch the movie, a lot of stuff that George Miller was actually inspired by later on and incorporated into his later films, Fury Road and Furiosa last year. But really, really awful, but really, really funny at the same time as well. Really, really good stuff with that one. All right. To recap real quick before we move on, I had the first overall pick and I selected Moonfall in the first round, then Alien Resurrection in the second, Benchwarmers in the third, Meg 2, The Trench in the fourth, and then Paul Blart Mall Cop in the fifth. Jacob with second overall selected Aliens in the Attic, first round, Leprechaun 3 in the second, The Crow 2024 in the third, Spiral, the Saw story, fourth round, and then Basket Case in the fifth round. And then Vitor Barufi, you had Mortal Kombat Annihilation in the first round, picking third overall. Then Twilight in the second, Zombieland in the third round, Sharknado in the fourth, and Cocaine Bear in the fifth. As Mr.
Controversy with Zombieland, right? But to me, it generally is so bad it's a good movie.
And
Wait,
that's the definition.
guys. Honorable mentions to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I still know what you did last summer, and I will always know what you did last summer.
Hold on. We have a cat shout out. Cat shout out. Look at the baby. See? Hi, everyone.
Dogs are better.
No.
Oh, start that debate again. Careful.
Yeah. Revisit Coast versus Coast.
If I were to hold him here the whole episode, he would stay here the whole episode. Look, what a good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, he's just vibing.
TJ would sit in my lap the whole time too.
Good boy.
All right.
This is by far the most chill cat I've ever had. He does absolutely nothing.
That's a vibe.
All right. Our next draft, best movie genres. So, and we're just going to be drafting our favorites, and obviously there's a very limited number of genres. So this should be one of our more contentious drafts in recent memory. Let's see who gets first overall.
It's still 5 rounds for this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Ask and you shall receive, I guess.
Yes.
Vitor gets first overall.
I kind of want the third pick here.
Here we go. Maybe you shall receive as well. No.
Or not. Yeah, or not.
All right. Excellent stuff. Jacob, the curse has now become you get the second overall pick every time.
Okay. Without her changing it up at least.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think this is objectively the best genre. And I know I'm not going to get a second round, but I'm not here to do objectives. I'm here to, be personal with it. And I'm going to say fantasy.
Look, it's your favorite.
Good pick.
Certainly
it is my favorite. It is not
contender,
objectively the best. It is not objectively the best, but
I'm gonna go with sci-fi.
Fucking son of a bitch. You little twerp. I can't believe you've done this. You know you would take horror if I wasn't
know.
picking after you. Oh, ah.
I would have
Now,
taken horror if I had the third pick because I know sci-fi and fantasy would have been the first two.
now, do I snipe Jacob back?
No,
No, I won't.
no.
I don't like horror enough, but oh, sci-fi and horror is really strong. I think I might have to, just out of
No,
principle.
you can't, dude.
Out of principle,
You can't, dude.
You
sci-fi
gotta go
and
horror.
horror
You
is
gotta go
too
horror.
strong. Sci-fi and horror.
You gotta take horror.
No, you
Okay.
don't. No,
Can
you
we have
don't.
can we have subgenres, by the way? Question mark.
Yes, we're gonna have to.
Okay, cool.
But it does depend
Yeah.
on the type. Like, you know, the
I think mine fits.
well, we'll see.
The one I'm
You'll mention it when it's your pick, and we'll determine if it's applicable. I have to take horror. I'm sorry. Sci-fi horror is just
God damn it.
too strong of a draft, so I have to do it. Like, it's just BPA. Not for me, but you know. And then we're
You're
gonna
an
go.
asshole.
We're just gonna go classic action next. Oops.
Well, I'm glad that you did that. See, that's a dick move because like sci-fi and horror is just as good of a combo as sci-fi and comedy.
I disagree.
I can't believe that what I think is objectively the best one fell for me. That's Thriller.
Thriller's good. Yeah. Thriller's good.
And
A great
yeah,
song, too.
You know what? And I'll keep it going with drama.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
It was
Um,
action or drama for me, so
Right. I think that what I'm gonna go with here is another set of movies that I greatly enjoy, and that's gonna be mystery.
Was in my radar. But you guys did not take thriller or drama, so I could not take mystery.
underrated.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna get maybe a little bit of the best of both worlds here, because I do think that this genre sometimes, for sure, does capture thriller and drama, and sometimes even comedy. So I'm gonna go crime.
Crime was also in my
Good
radar.
pick.
Yep. Yeah.
And then
It's
right
between mystery and crime. I feel like they're very similar, but I went with mystery.
after that, fairly new genre, I suppose, but oftentimes, especially growing up, some of my favorite movies were involved in this genre, and that's going to be superhero.
Good pick. Good pick. Okay, I have two that I can take, and I know they're both going to be available, but
I think
I'm going to
I'm
take the
very
one
happy.
that is probably most likely for Rookie to take, and then I can save this other one for next. And I'm going to be taking satire.
Okay, I was not gonna do that. Okay.
Okay. He's got some comedy
All right.
subgenres here going.
Uh,
A pair of
Okay,
them.
I got mine here. I'll go with documentary. I love documentaries.
Interesting.
And that's the question that I had for earlier, is if psychological horror would be okay.
No, that's under the horror, in my opinion. Now maybe Jacob disagrees.
Yeah, I'm not cool with that.
It's if we did like
Whoa.
horror subgenres, then yeah, but it just strictly genres. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fly. I'm sorry.
And obviously, we consider suspense to be exact same thing as thriller, right?
Pretty much.
Yes. They're
I don't
synonymous.
disagree. I don't disagree.
Take westerns, bro.
You see, I have a lot of genres in mind. They're not like I could go with war, but I know I can do better.
But
So I'm just searching to
war is a good
see
genre, though. Generally, it's a high
genre,
high
yeah.
floor. You know, usually at least.
But I something just tells me that I can do better though.
Sports.
Like I was very happy with my documentary, yeah, but I don't know. Like I know myself and I know what I like. I will go with War though. There's a lot of War movies that I do like, so I think I'm okay with War.
I'm
It's a
gonna
good
take
5th round pick.
historical.
Historical fiction. All right. Man, Mr. Relevant. And there are still a couple of heavy hitters here. You know, Western, like we said, sports, like I said.
Animation.
I don't consider animation a genre, though, because you can have a different genre of films within animation
It's just
itself.
a different type of media.
It's a style or
Yeah,
medium, yeah.
yeah.
But like
Makes sense.
espionage or spy movies is another one.
Are you gonna take biopic?
No.
We didn't talk about martial arts.
Martial
like
arts, yeah. Martial
Fighting.
arts
I mean, that's
films.
be a part of sports, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of a specific. Yeah.
And then the other ones,
Dude, take
romance
video
and
game adaptation.
Not once did we talk about romance or musicals.
romance or
and I
musical.
know
That
you're-
was what I was gonna say. So I sometimes when you just need an upper, you just need to feel good. You put on a good musical. So I'll take musical. My final pick. Very
Lovely.
nice. All right.
Lovely.
A little contentious there, but we flew through that one for sure. All right. Vitor had the first overall pick, and he selected fantasy. And then in the second round, selected thriller. In the third round, drama. In the fourth round, documentary. And in the fifth round, war. Jacob had the second overall
Anthony,
pick.
can we do a draft day trade? Can we do a draft day trade? Swapping sci-fi for horror.
No, you had your chance to take horror. I'm gonna stick with it.
You're a whore.
You had your chance. You had your chance.
Yeah, I personally
No,
have
you're
horror
bored.
over sci-fi.
Okay, you know what? I'll be nice. I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Oh, you're being too nice.
I know I'm being too nice, but I do want
It's
sci-fi.
because he.
I do want sci-fi, so I'll be nice. All right, Jacob with the second overall pick had sci-fi, but now selected
This
horror.
is like the Luca. This is like the Luca trade.
No, it's not. What are we talking about? Those are two
course
heavy
it is.
hitters. Those are two heavy hitters.
Oh, they're also both heavy hitters. Luca, Trey on your dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't let you finish. I thought you were talking about the Luca trade just now.
No.
I was like, what the
no,
fuck?
the
Bro
draft
doesn't
day.
know about the draft day
No, the
trade.
draft day trade.
No, I
yeah,
did
with
know.
Trae
I
Young,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't let him finish though, so I didn't hear the second half of it.
Mhm.
All right. Yes, I know that they traded at the draft.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So he did have horror, or he did have sci-fi. Now he has horror. In the second round, comedy. In the third round, mystery. In the fourth round, satire. And in the fifth round, historical fiction. I had the third overall pick, and I initially selected horror, but traded for sci-fi. In the second round, I took action. In the third round, crime. In the fourth round, superhero. And in the fifth round, a musical. All right. Great
Lovely.
stuff. And now this next one, which is
Dude,
going to be another
movie
very
posters.
subjective draft. And the way that
Yeah.
I'm going to officiate this one, because obviously a lot of movies have many different posters, several.
It has to be the official one.
So yeah, so let's just do, I guess, one example from just recently. We'll do companion movie, and then we'll go to images. So like the very first, like the Wikipedia poster is what we're selecting, and usually that is the one that's also on IMDb. So I'll accept either one. If it's the Wikipedia poster or if it's the IMDb poster, then we'll roll with it. All right. I think that's fair.
Dude, which Lord of the Rings poster is the best, bro?
I don't think you're going to be able to take a Lord of the Rings poster if you're
It's
going to be
it's
real.
not the second.
If you're going to be
Why?
real, if you're going to be real this draft, you're not taking a Lord of the Rings poster. I gotta be
Yeah,
completely
no,
honest
that's-
with you.
No,
really bad.
dude, no. You cannot look
Dude,
at
I
me
need
and
the
tell me the
1-1.
Return of the King poster is great.
I need the 1-1.
The Return of the King poster is great.
Ooh.
No.
That's tough. You almost had it. You almost had it. Now,
That's
is it
such a
going to be the
cock tease.
same draft order as last time?
I don't
Let's
think
find
I
out.
don't think I wanted the 1-1 for this one.
It's going to be the same draft order as the last one. Damn it. I did not want to pick third for this one. That's a shame. But look at that, Jacob. You're picking second in every draft now.
I don't know. I don't know if I wanted the 1-1 for this.
Now, for
But I'll
reference,
go a very fuck.
for reference, I will be looking up every movie we watch or we pick here to show the poster.
I'm doing it as well. I'm doing it as
Okay.
well. So I'm not. Yeah. Okay, I'll go with a very safe pick here. Very, very safe pick.
I'm gonna be pissed.
And it's the Jaws poster.
Okay, I'm
I
fine with
don't
that.
have to look that one up. That's iconic enough. That was part of my thing is like, because it's a good poster, but well, some of the iconic posters are not my favorites, and so I had a hard time kind of balancing both the iconic stuff with my own favorite stuff, and some of my favorite
Yeah.
stuff is like recent, like kind of
I
recency bias. So
I frankly don't care if it's classic or not. I genuinely like it.
that's a good
It's a
poster.
To be
poster I
honest,
see
I'm gonna
myself.
take what I
Yeah.
think is the best movie poster of all time, and that's Alien.
Isolation?
Another
Not
good one.
Isolation.
Have you seen
Isolation's a
the
game.
Alien?
Have you seen the 40th anniversary one?
I'm not familiar.
I think Romulus is better than Alien, if I'm being real.
When they released
Poster
the
for
40th
poster?
anniversary 4K, this was the cover art.
Looks nice. But
I
can you
like
show
the
us?
Alien Romulus poster, but like the
I like
Alien
Romulus a
one
little
is just
better.
way more. I
Well,
don't know.
again,
The Alien one just
it's a
I mean,
classic.
if you prefer the Alien, that's completely fine. It's just my opinion.
Again,
well,
it's a
it's
classic.
classic,
It's
but it
emblematic
also
of an
has
era.
the text of "In space, no one can hear your
Yeah, the
screams."
classic tagline. Yeah, it's a great poster.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna immediately not go that same era, and I'm gonna go a really really cool one. That's the Truman Shows.
No, Truman Shows is great.
Okay, it's not
Oh
the
my
one on
god, wait,
IMDb.
I
Where's
love this poster. I love this poster. Hello?
Yeah. The
Oh
Truman Show.
no.
That's a great poster.
It's a great poster.
It's
It's a
all
really
right.
good poster.
I'm not a huge fan.
Wow.
Okay, Anthony.
Could be wrong,
This
it's all right.
movie that I'm gonna pick eventually, I don't think you guys are gonna pick it. On IMDb is one poster. Wikipedia is another. How do we do this?
If it's one of the like official posters.
As long as it's one of them.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I
Uh,
love this poster.
Okay. I've got back to back here. And I think now I'll go classic. I could have gone classic in the first round, but I'll go classic now. And we're just going to go with Star Wars,
Which one?
the original Star Wars.
Can you
Star
pull up which one you're
Wars.
referencing? Because like there's a few.
The classic.
The A New Hope one.
Yeah. Star Wars.
That one's good. I like that.
It's Star Wars, Jacob.
Oh, I love this one. Love this one.
Star
Dude,
Wars.
it kind of gives He-Man vibes.
It's such a great poster. I love the paint. It's painting. It's it's
Darth Vader in the back was hard.
such a
Darth Vader in the back
magical,
was really hard.
such a magical poster. Great stuff by whoever designed that.
Mhm.
All right. So I took what I thought was the objective best movie poster with my first pick, and that's Alien. But I think I'm gonna go a little more personable here, and I'm gonna be taking The Thing.
That was The Thing was a poster that, as I was researching, was on a lot of other like lists for the best posters of all time. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's really like just a personal pick. I think a lot of consensus is on your side there too.
Mhm.
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Yes, it is.
It is.
I have a lot of options. I just want to make sure that I have what I want. Okay, well for this one, I will go with Pan's Labyrinth
Okay.
and Parasite.
Ooh, heavy hitters.
Parasites is really good.
Heavy hitters. We'll just click off that for now. Pan's Labyrinth.
The one on IMDb, which is
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah, great one. And then Parasite, very iconic as well at this point.
Very iconic. Very.
Good back to back. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to be taking a fun pick here. Not on anybody's list, but I'm going to be taking Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Okay.
Killer Clowns from
Dude, I love this
Outer
poster. I
Space.
can't wait to pick this poster. I think you guys are gonna love this one. Oh shit!
Look. Jokes about the movie aside, it is a fun poster.
That's a good
It's a
poster.
Fun
good
poster.
movie.
Yeah.
That's a good poster. Okay, that's a good movie. You're reaching.
No, I'm not. It's a good movie.
Fun poster. All right. Again, just a number of roads I can take here, and I do have back to back.
I have to
Okay.
pick this one.
Dude, are you going to take Aliens in the Attic?
No, but what I will do is, you brought up Alien, and I think there's another, not just Romulus. I think there's another poster in the franchise that is really, really good, and that's Alien Covenant.
Predator. Okay.
I think Alien in general has great posters. Covenant is legendary, dude.
That's a good poster. I don't know why it's so
Yeah.
small here. Maybe this one's bigger. Yeah, there you go. A little bit.
That's sick.
Mid movie, but good poster. And then, before I kick it off to you guys again, I'm gonna go a little bit safe, maybe a little bit defensive, and go The Dark Knight.
That's a good pick.
Prefer Begins, to be honest. The poster.
I think Begins might be my least favorite actually of the three. They're all good, but yeah, I mean that's just that classic.
Batman's is great. Batman's is so good.
Yeah, like this is good too.
That's
think.
Good.
All right, Jacob, on the clock.
Dude, I have so many picks I want to make, to be honest with you.
Well, maybe if we all want to, we can extend if we can have add a couple rounds.
Oh, dude.
I would love that, to be honest with you.
All right,
I
we'll go
could
more.
do more. I could do more. I could do more. For sure, I could do more.
So, since we're expanding, I feel a little less bad about taking this pick. But I'm going to be taking Halloween 2018.
Oh,
2018.
over the original. That's a surprise. I
Yeah,
like
I
the
thought you were
original
gonna say
a
the
lot.
original. 2018 is great though. 2018 is great though. I have to say 2018 is really good.
You're not going to show it, Anthony? You don't want to give me some
I'm
props?
sorry.
I'm
I was
looking
checking
at it
the-
right now. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I just prefer the original to this one for sure.
Is it that one?
Or
I prefer the first one. I prefer that one. Yeah, I prefer that one.
That's the one that I got I got my teacher this poster because he's a big Halloween fan, and
Okay.
that's the one that I got him. But
Gotcha. All right, so we'll call it this one.
by rule, I like both.
We'll call it this one, I guess. I mean, either. Yeah,
Either
doesn't matter. All right. Burfy, you've got back to back.
Please look this poster up. I loved this poster when I saw it. and I think it has everything to do with the movie, and that's Zone of Interest. And I love the movie as well.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely, yeah.
What if it's phenomenal poster,
Mhm.
beautiful poster. If you look at a glance like this and if you didn't watch the movie, you probably don't know what the
Can you
fuck
show me it again?
it means. But it is a beautiful, beautiful poster
That's
for the
really
movie.
cool.
Is.
Nice.
Even with the name, you can already have an idea of what goes on. Anyways, and I have to pick this. I will feel bad if I don't pick this, and it might not make the wraparound eventually. I don't know. And that's Return of the King. The Return of the King is a great poster, Anthony. It's a great poster, man. Look it up.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, my computer.
Also, look up at the 1978 poster, please.
If my computer would like to respond in any fashion
No
that
rush,
is.
no rush.
Why is it having so much trouble right now? What is happening? Hold on. Why is it running
What is this,
so
bro?
high?
There's a car honking outside. Let me see.
I don't understand why it's running so high right now. Calm down. Holy crap. I can't do anything. I'm a vegetable right now on my own computer. I don't know what is happening. If it's going to crash in a second.
Oh no.
Or if it's just Opera
Is it
crashing.
just like the fan is super loud?
It might just be Opera crashing. Yeah, it's
shit.
just Opera.
That's not good. DOS is not good.
What in the fuck is going on? Can't even minimize.
It's like you're gonna have Opera on your screen no matter what.
Everything else is fine. The recording is fine. The frame rate's fine. Discord's fine. I can do everything else just fine. It's literally Opera's just frozen. Close it, please.
That's no good.
Close the window.
I am back.
Oh my god!
You're back. You've
and then
returned.
oh, son of a bitch!
It said your stream ended. Probably
Because
because
it finally fucking it finally closed. So stupid. I told it to close, and then as soon as it closed, it loaded. It loaded as it closed. It's so fucking dumb. Okay. Would you type? Yeah, apologies.
But I love
I'm
this
gonna have
movie, but I wish the poster was a little better.
Zone of Interest, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Return of
Return of the
Lights.
King. All right, and then my next one is going to be on the more iconic side, but also just very personal to me, obviously. And I'm going to be taking the 2017 It poster.
I don't think you're streaming, Anthony.
Oh, no, I am.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't.
he's streaming on my
Oh,
screen.
there you go. I got
see
it. Got it.
2017's It. Yeah, good poster. See, I don't know why sometimes the images are so small on the preview here.
Me neither. That's better.
Yeah, good one. Minimalist. Scary. All right. Now that I can fucking exist again. Okay, this one has so many like official posters So let me know if you guys are okay with this. This is what's on Rotten Tomatoes, and this is the one
Mhm.
that I want. Late Night with the
Yeah.
Devil. Oh, it's also it's a Shudder production, and this is what Shudder has as well. But
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
yeah, I think this is really cool.
Mhm.
Again, minimalist, intriguing,
Hmm.
underrated film from last year. Didn't get enough love,
Agreed.
in my opinion. All right.
As someone who hasn't seen it, agreed.
Now we're gonna go almost in a similar fashion to the Truman Show, or similar style at least, but one that I really like, and one that, like, even as a kid, my grandma had the DVD of this movie, and I thought the poster looked really cool even at the time, and I wanted to watch the movie because of the poster, and that's Lord of War. And you see his
It is
portrait
very
here is made out
similar,
of
yeah.
bullets because he's an arms, like a world-class arms dealer. Just a really cool style.
Got another one that was probably expected by me. I'm going to be taking Child's Play 2. I really like the picture of like Chucky with the shears going to cut off the Jack in the Box. I think it's cool. It's a play on Child's Play, obviously.
Sorry, Jack, Chucky's back. Yeah,
Hey,
nice one.
Child's Play 2 is the best one in the franchise.
So I've heard from you many times. Still have not.
Just saying.
The problem with a lot of the classic horror franchises nowadays is if you go to watch them, the first one is the one that's not streaming, so you can't ever start from the first one. But all the other ones are streaming. It's like, what the fuck? What are we doing? Where's the first movie? Doesn't make any sense. It's so frustrating.
For real.
Or it's on
You
a
just be like
different.
me and have box sets for all of them.
Well, sure, but I'm not spending money on movies that I might not like like that. But
Fair enough.
unless it's a really cool like collector's edition something, you won't catch me buying movies on stuff. Generally speaking, again, very rare instances I will, especially if it's only like $4. But
Mhm.
all right, Broofy, you got back to back.
Yep. Silence of the Lambs.
It was going to
Another-
go eventually.
Another like iconic in the iconic category.
Very iconic. And this might be a little bit of a goofy pick. Not a good movie, but I think it captures the nature of the creature well.
Oh,
I think I
also,
think. Yeah.
my problem is I'm getting my movie posters from Letterboxd and they're different, but this is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space one that I had.
Oh well, if you'd
The other
prefer
one was better.
if you prefer that to be your selection, then that's fine too. Letterbox, I guess, is okay as well.
Okay.
Let me take another look at this poster because I'm between two posters.
I did prefer the other one as well, to Barufi's point.
Dude, I love Hellraiser, and I'm just telling you guys right now. But the poster just it doesn't make me want to pick
It's
it.
too
up.
minimalist.
Too much.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
But
Some of these,
it's not that it's too minimalist. It's
well,
like my
sometimes
pick here.
sometimes you have a great movie with a really bad poster. Like Oppenheimer 2 years ago, my favorite movie of the year, won Best Picture. The official poster for it is the worst possible poster they could have picked out of all the ones that they made for the film. Look at that. That sucks. That poster sucks. I'm sorry. It sucks. Compared to other posters, this one's way better. That's just better.
That one is sick.
That's just a
That
better
one is so
poster.
sick.
The
That one
IMAX
is
poster
sick.
is better. That's better. This one is better. Anyway, point being, they chose the worst official poster, in my opinion, to be the official poster. All right.
I guess.
All right. Well, I will go with. Oh, I love this cover. Not yet. Not yet. I'll go with Slenderman. It's a goofy pick, but if you showed me that poster to my 12-year-old self, I would really want to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's not a bad poster.
Right.
And again, that's the whole
I
the
think
whole
it's
spirit
a
of
good
the
poster.
and that's the whole spirit of
Yeah.
this draft is that it doesn't have to be a good movie, it just has to have a good poster.
Mm.
Although generally
Ooh,
speaking,
wait.
they go hand in hand a lot of the time, or at least the
Mhm.
most iconic posters are the ones that we remember because the movies are so good too. Maybe that's part of it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give a shout out to a movie I don't think I've talked about before, and it's gonna be Life is Beautiful.
Maybe not on the show, but I think maybe you've mentioned it.
Top left.
Oh wait, bro. How do we not pick this, bro?
Nice.
Wait, how's this movie going unchecked? Oh nah.
How do you know it's going to go unchecked? Maybe it goes to me
Oh
right here.
nah. It would have gone. It should have gone already. It should have been long gone.
Well, if we're talking iconic 90s, I'll take it right now. Pulp Fiction. I fucking knew that was the one you were
What?
talking about. I knew it. Yep.
No, no.
That is pretty bad. We let it go
Look,
this
look,
long.
look. I think it's an overrated poster,
It's
but
horrid.
it's still
I don't think so.
very good. It's still a very good poster.
Well, yeah, good snipe, I guess, or not. This shouldn't be a snipe.
uh, you know what? I did just talk shit on one Christopher Nolan, but I will not talk shit about this Christopher Nolan's
Are you taking Inception?
poster. No, not Inception.
Uh,
Memento.
Seller. Okay.
Good pick.
Ooh.
That's just cool.
Oh, I haven't rated that on Letterboxd yet. 5 stars.
Yeah, it's just a cool poster.
I love Memento. Alrighty. I'm gonna take another great pick, and that's gonna be American Psycho.
That's a heavy hitter in round 8.
Yeah, I got my list here. I don't have to do more research.
Heavy hitter in round 8 for
I will.
sure.
It's a good
This you guys might have caught a trend at this point that I like gloomy shit. Okay.
Okay.
And this next one it probably encapsulates that perfectly. The movie's super gloomy. I mean, it's a downer of a movie,
The
and the poster
Mist.
shows that perfectly. No, Prisoners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not a big fan of the poster myself.
I understand where you're coming from, but
It's not
I also
terrible,
try to
but
look at the
like I
concept
don't know.
behind it,
It's very
and
I think
I
that's
like
super boring.
yeah, it's just very
listen, guys. I look
conventional.
at this poster. I look at this poster, and I know it feels like I'm there mourning with them, bro. Like some shit happened, bro, and I need to know what it is.
All right. I mean, yeah, if it works for you, it works for you, but
It
yeah.
it appeals to me.
Easily maybe one of the weakest ones that has been picked so far in my opinion.
Agreed.
You are next again. Next still again.
Yeah, I'm just choosing my next one.
Next again. Next.
I will go with. Thank you.
Again. Next.
Thank you. I'm next, right?
Again.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In case you
All right,
forgot.
cool. I'm gonna go with Usual Suspects.
On my list. Damn it. Well, you kind of sniped me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Iconic
Phenomenal
as well.
film as well. One of the most classic plot twists as well, right? Of all time.
Very
probably.
classic plot twist. There's still that fan theory that that Kevin Spacey in this movie is also the same character as in Seven, which is really something.
That's good. I can see that.
They
I can
came out
see
in the
that.
same year
That's
and
nice.
everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
it's pretty funny, but yeah, good pick, good poster, iconic scene as well.
Very.
What is it? Give me a fucking money, you fucking cocksucker. I think that's what the
Mm-hmm.
line is that they have to. Good, good scene.
All right, I got my last two picks made. For the first one, it's gonna be the Belko experiment.
The Belko experiment.
K, not a C.
Well, I was closer than I thought it
An
would
X,
be.
not a C.
Oh, I knew that one. Okay.
Bro, with no E.
Jesus Christ, my typing's all over the place. It's because I have to. I feel like I have to
Oh my
overcompensate
god.
for the fucking. All right, which one?
Top left.
Yeah, I got my pick.
It's him bashing someone's skull in with a stapler.
Office Space meets Battle Royale.
Yes, that's what it is.
Wow.
It's like the Purge, but in an office.
Oh, David Desmalchian. He's in Late Night with the Devil.
It's a really fun movie. I like the Belko experiment a lot.
Interesting. Never heard of it. All right. There's still so many good posters that I could talk about. Fuck me, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, another one that I think is very, very artistic and is intriguing, in my opinion. It's Under the Skin. I saw this poster years ago as well, and
I
I
haven't
thought
seen this
I have
poster.
to watch this movie because this is just really interesting. I don't know. It just looks really cool to me. I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I'm stuck between two for my last pick right now.
Me too. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with it. How's the movie though? You talk about the poster, but how's the movie?
It's pretty good. The movie, honestly, based on how some people talked about it, was I guess a little underwhelming based on some of the hype, but
Okay.
it was a very good nonetheless. It's a sci-fi, a little bit of horror in there, social commentary stuff. Interesting, very interesting
Okay.
movie for sure. Uh, Man, there are just a number of ways I can go. I guess I'll shout out another one, and this one might only be available, or the official poster might only be the one that's on Letterboxd. That's Fury, and definitely not one that a lot of people would pick. And there are again a lot of posters, like even like 2001: A Space Odyssey, that I could have taken, but I didn't. Um,
Shawshank Redemption.
here it is. Yeah,
That one's good. I like that.
World War II tank movie. The tank is called Fury. Really good movie. Really cool poster. I like it a lot.
Man, there's so many good ones.
So
Fuck.
many. So
Okay,
many.
I'm gonna take the Toxic Avenger.
Are they going to be remaking this soon?
I have no idea. I haven't heard news about that. Have you seen it?
No. But I am familiar.
I
This movie
what am I
I
looking
can't
at?
recommend. Like I
This is
literally cannot
America?
recommend this movie.
Yeah,
It's the Toxic Avenger, bro.
America, brother.
You know how people say
2023.
I cannot recommend this movie enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't recommend this movie.
Yeah, but it couldn't fit in the so bad it's good. category?
I was thinking about taking it for that category too. The other two that I was thinking of were Human Centipede and Inglorious Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards? How would it fit?
For poster?
You don't like them?
No, I thought you were talking about the so bad it's good category.
Oh no, I'm talking about no.
No,
Human
it's in the
Centipede is
poster.
not so bad as good. But yeah, I like the poster.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so apparently this new Toxic Venture movie came out, or it premiered at Fantastic Fest in 2023. And it's slated for release this summer.
Oh,
It stars Jacob
it's gonna
Tremblay,
be my fucking scene.
Taylor Page, Kevin Bacon,
It's gonna be
Sarah
my Mystery
Niles,
Monday movie.
Julia Davis, Julian Kastoff, and Elijah Wood. Oh, and Peter
Okay.
Dinklage is the title character.
Okay.
Oh
Peter
shit!
Dinklage.
Wait, it might be worth watching. Might be
God
worth watching.
damn.
How about it? Nice. All right.
Um,
Mr. Irrelevant.
not that I'm picking a show here, but I thought about picking shows, but shows weren't allowed, right?
I mean, I didn't
No.
take any.
And I just thought about it at
It
one
does
point.
say movie, idiot.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I guess.
Yeah, you should be.
Bro, I was gonna say Tiger King.
I'll give you my pick and I'll give you an honorable mention. My pick is The Godfather.
Another just classic style too that other films
And
have tried to emulate.
yes, I love the logo. I love the logo. Holding the mannequin, one of my favorite logos. I'm not sure if that's a thing, like a movie logo. But it's one of my favorite things ever associated with films. I would say this and like just the runes of the One Ring or the writings of the One Ring are probably my two favorite things of like symbols of movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love the
Mhm.
mannequin. I remember when I was little and seeing my dad, like, I thought it was super intriguing. Anyways, and Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Yeah,
my
another
honorable mention.
classic, iconic. Spielberg,
I love
George
the art on it.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a ton of posters. Too many to name, really. But to name a few: 2001: A Space Odyssey, Back to the Future,
Reanimator, real quick.
There Will Be Blood, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, Mad Max Fury Road, A Real Pain, Challengers, After Sun, Independence Day. There we go. That's all I have written down.
Can you show
I
Reanimator?
Reanimator.
I looked up at some Harry Potter ones, but none of them none of them are really that good. I think the first one might be the best one.
I do.
First
Yeah,
Harry
that's the one
Potter.
I was
I
thinking.
like the styling of posters like
I like
this.
that one. I
And
like that a lot.
that is kind of like, not only is it like emblematic of this like era of movies, but
Mm-hmm.
it is shown in a lot of other classic posters. You know what I mean? This type of art style. I
Mhm.
think of like some Cronenberg
Yeah, it's
movies
great.
like Videodrome.
It looks like it's straight up out of a death metal album, 100%.
Yeah.
That looks good. I like
Dude,
the
I should
poster
have
as well.
taken Wanted in the So Bad It's Good movies.
I thought about picking Seven for the posters as well. I think Seven is a great poster. And I also thought about look up Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. I think that's their best poster.
Yeah. See, I'm just not a fan of these posters.
I think Chamber of Secrets is.
Uh,
And Sorcerer's Stone. I think that's Harry Potter's best poster.
this is oh man, this
Yeah, Philosopher's not Sorcerer, sorry.
maybe. But again, you're right.
If you
Like,
look up
many
the rest
posters
of their
similar to
posters.
it.
what do you want me to look up?
Maybe the Order of the Phoenix. Me, nothing.
No, Jacob.
What do you say?
Did you want me to look something up?
Oh no. I've already said the ones that I needed to shout out.
Now, being honest, like this one's great, and I think that's yeah, really good. Underrated one, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows
Definitely
Part
Hallows
One.
Part 1, right?
Yeah,
Part
Yeah, I
two.
think so too.
I prefer Part One.
I like the Order of the Phoenix. And you know why I like the Order of the Phoenix? It to me it resembles that moment where Umbridge does the Bombarda in the Room of Requirement. Like, oh no, I'm thinking of a different poster. There's a poster for the Order of the Phoenix where Harry, Hermione, and Ron are standing straight up, but at an angle, right? The camera's at an angle on them, and it feels like you're on the ground after the Bombarda explosion. Like I associate it with that.
I don't think I've seen that poster.
Honestly, I think my favorite Star Wars one is Empire Strikes Back.
Empire's really good too, but I don't know. There's just something about that classic Star Wars look about the first one that really works. I mean, again, Empire
Wait,
works
look up
really
the
well too.
1970. I forgot to shout this one out. 19. Maybe it is this one. Yeah, this poster. I'm not sure.
Ruthie, I think I actually have to be up
1978.
before you tomorrow.
Before me.
Yeah, I have to get up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
That first one. Tell me that one is not sick as fuck, bro.
That's pretty good. It's pretty
Bro.
cool. The low angle, focus on the sword.
I asked about shows earlier because I consider picking Dark.
I figured that was the
Dark, I think, has a great
that
poster.
was the one.
Yeah, I think Dark has a great poster.
Ruthie's out here like, can I
It's-
take an album cover?
But it's also just Pan's Labyrinth, in my opinion. Just looking at the poster, it's very Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, can I take an album cover? Can I just erase all my picks and pick album covers instead?
Maybe one day we can
We
do
should
that.
do that. That's a good one.
But yeah, all right. Big time draft here. Vitor had the first overall pick, and he selected Jaws in the second round, Pan's Labyrinth. In round 3, Parasite. In round 4, The Zone of Interest. In round 5, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. In round 6, Silence of the Lambs. In round 7, Slender Man. In round 8, Prisoners. In round 9, The Usual Suspects. And in round 10, The Godfather. Jacob had the second overall pick in every draft today. And in this one, he selected Alien. Then in round 2, The Thing. In round 3, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. In round 4, Halloween 2018. In round 5, It from 2017. In round 6, Child's Play 2. In round 7, Life is Beautiful. In round 8, American Psycho.
First non-horror movie.
In round 9, The Belko Experiment. And in round 10, The Toxic Avenger. And the only one, right? Unless you don't consider
Yeah,
Toxic
only
Avenger
non-horror movie.
And then I had the third overall pick again, and I selected in the first round The Truman Show. In round 2, Star Wars. In round 3, Alien Covenant. In round 4, The Dark Knight. In round 5, Late Night with the Devil. In round 6, Lord of War. In round 7, Pulp Fiction. Round 8, Memento. Round 9, Under the Skin. And round 10, Fury. And those are our drafts
I think
today.
I think Zone of Interest was my favorite pick. I
It's a good
love
one.
that pick.
It's a good one.
I don't know if you ever watched Zone of Interest, Jacob, but if you watch it and you see the poster, you
Mhm.
understand how like matching the poster is to the movie. I think it's so
I mean, it looks
good.
really cool.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Dude, we should do video game covers.
Bloodborne
we
is
could-
1-1.
We could put that in the cards.
Show me Bloodborne.
Dude, Madden
Blood-
19 on the top or on the worst video game covers of all time. Come
What
on,
was
blow it up,
19 again?
Anthony. Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, that was bad, right? Yeah.
Fuck that.
That has
shit,
to be the
dude.
worst video game cover to ever exist. Just a yellow background and a player.
Show me
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
Dude, Bloodborne goes hard.
Bloodborne is so fucking good, bro. Give me.
So I don't know why they
I'm
show
pretty sure
only
it's
small
the.
ones.
Yeah, it's the first one, the very first one. That's the one.
Dude, pull up Soul Calibur 4.
Dude, Soul Calibur was so good.
That's 4.
Yeah, and then the PlayStation covers to the right of that one.
I used to play the fuck out of this game, bro.
Because on PlayStation you would have Darth Vader, and on Xbox you got Yoda. And Yoda was such a cunt because he was the shortest character in the game, and so his hitbox was like unhittable by.
Yeah. Wait, look up Mortal Kombat 9. MK9 was so good, bro. So
God,
good.
Soul Calibur was so much fun. MK9 had a great roster.
The great roster, great cover. I actually bought MK1 on my PS5 and I've been playing it. Banger of a game. Very similar to MK9. So that tells you it's good.
MKX was the last Mortal Kombat that I actually enjoyed.
If you want to give it a chance, MK1 is worth it. Very good game.
No, it's not, dude. The movement is too clunky, and all the
No
finishers
shot.
and dude, in my mind, actually, sorry, I'm thinking of MK11. MK11 sucked. The movement was very, very, very clunky, and it wasn't like it didn't feel satisfying. But the
Yeah.
biggest issue I have with MK11 is that all of the fatality animations end with the limbs being exploded off the body. It's the exact same ending with every single fatality.
No, I hear you. I didn't play 11. I only played 9 and X or 9X.
I think Dark Souls 3 is probably my favorite Souls cover.
Dark Souls 3 is so good. I actually have MK9 on Steam. I actually have to download it. Yeah. Elden
That one
Rings is
goes so
super
hard.
good. Demon Souls remastered is super good. Sekiro, obviously. Probably know more about game covers than movie covers. Skyrim, Oblivion. I love
Oh,
Oblivion.
how did you
Shadow
guys
of War,
did you
Shadow of Mordor.
record your other show over the weekend? How'd that go?
No, we didn't do it this weekend.
Oh,
We're gonna plan on doing it this weekend. Yeah, but we're excited about it. We have some ideas, talking about it and stuff. So
nice.
yeah,
Dude, pull up the Castle Crashers cover for me.
appreciate you asking.
That
Yeah.
also, Jacob, I had
Dude,
a question to
I'm
ask you
telling you.
too. You go first
Okay.
because it's gonna change the subject.
We Dude, we all need to do a playthrough of Castle Crashers sometime. It's so much fun.
What is it?
Castle Crashers.
That's okay.
How much is it on Steam? Let me take a look.
Wait, before you do that, Anthony,
It's $15. Shit.
Castle Crashers. I'm gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Anthony, show us the actual best Souls game cover, and that's Elden Ring Night Rain.
Uh,
Look at this one, Jacob.
God, why is it always?
That goes hard.
There you go. Oh yeah, so
Yeah, I fuck with that. That looks cool.
I would like to. If I'm feeling, if I'm doing better,
Do you have
maybe
any?
Friday or something. Maybe a gaming session is in
Mhm.
order. I really would love Jacob to try content warning. I think we'd have a lot of fun with that. And
Dude,
Yeah,
Content
I've
One is
been waiting
so
to play
good,
that.
so good.
so maybe we can try that sometime this weekend. And then, the other
Mhm.
thing, because you had messaged ambiguously about The Bear season 2, and I just wanted to know what you thought, and if you finished the show or if you just finished season 2.
So I haven't even finished season 2 yet. I'm
Oh,
almost done with season 2. I was actually gonna watch that tonight while going to bed. I've just been so busy, man.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to get these shows in because especially with how many movies I'm watching right now. I think
Yeah,
I've seen more movies in this year than you have.
maybe. Yeah, it's been a
So
slow start to the year for me.
yeah, I think I've seen 9 on the year. Let me check my letterboxd. But
Are
yeah, no, I've just
we?
been really busy, and so I haven't had much time to watch TV. I actually have a whole book that I'm trying to get through that I haven't even like opened yet in the past week because I just haven't I forgot I had it, and so I need to catch up on that. I need to watch The Bear. I have Mystery Movie Monday every Monday. I have like 2 other movies I go see every week. So I've seen 1, 2. I've seen 11 this year.
Impressive. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have managed to, in a shorter episode, go longer than last week's, which is something that's pretty funny.
I know. I thought about it.
Yeah. So I guess
Which is not necessarily bad.
no, it's not bad. But I'm definitely feeling it. I'm tired. I know you guys are. So Jacob, why don't you kick us down
I'm
the
getting 4 hours
road
of sleep. So yeah.
with our coastal call for the week.
So cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Coastal Call. Thank you so very much for making it this far. For those who listened throughout the whole episode, it means the world to us to have even remotely that much listen time, because that's what really gets us back in the feed and gets more views coming to the podcast, is the people clicking and then staying on the video for a longer period of time. Put us on in the background if you like us. We're pretty funny. I tend to enjoy our commentary quite a bit. Like, comment down below your thoughts on anything that we talked about today, whether it's my crappy taste in movie posters or Barufy's really crappy taste in movie posters. We just
Shut
want to
up.
hear you say something about the show, get some more engagement going on, and we really appreciate you guys listening this far. Thank you so much. This has been Coast to Coast.
Coding.